Yeah, I've been banned before. Let's not do that again. That was a pain in the ass. Okay, got my stream going. Look at him. He's just posing too. Aliana, I got my Bailey cam up.
Aw.
He's just fucking chilling.
How's Bailey doing?
He's doing awesome. He's the love of my life. I just fucking love that dog. I think the problem is with my kids all grown now, like I've got like that empty hole of like I need somebody to like take care of.
Wouldn't your wife be the love of your life? Just throwing that out there.
Well, I mean, you gotta have that's a different hole I'm trying to fill.
Wow, that's what she said.
Zing.
Yeah, I can't relate to that at all. Using a dog to like.
Dude, oh, you think I'm bad?
fill the,
Yeah, Aliana is
void
obsessed
of
with her dog.
children.
Dude, if her dog like had a hangnail and the solution would be for Aliana to skin herself alive, she would do it. Like absolutely. It's insane.
Legitimately, I had like a medical emergency with him earlier because he got fat. We went to the vet and everything. I was like, I think he's swelling. And we went to the vet and they're like, yeah, he's just getting fat. Like, oh, okay. We should probably do something about that then.
My dog is puffing up. What do I do?
Oh, tons must be watching the stream.
Actually, when we were doing training, you also had a medical emergency with the dog.
My dog is perfect, except for like once every 2 years where he almost dies. And then it's like a big ordeal. And he almost dies. I mean, legitimately. The first time it happened, they basically said, just take him home and get him comfortable.
Jeez.
He's had more money put into his medical bills than I have as a person.
That's craziness.
And my wife always throws those scenarios at me like, well, what if this and that? What if this and that? What if it costs thousands of dollars? I'm like, well, we got a dead dog then, I guess. She's like, nuh-uh.
It kind of crept up like the first time. The second time we were a lot more intelligent about where we chose to invest in his care. But the first time it just kind of kept up and it was like, do anything you can to keep him alive. And then it just kept going and going.
Notice he perked up when I said we got a dead dog. Now he's looking at me like, really?
Yeah. It too, Brutus.
I see if I can get him to do some tricks. Oh, he's coming over. Here he goes. What's up, buddy? See if I can get him to do some tricks real quick. Hold on.
He's getting ready to call Pete on you.
Right.
It's probably too late now, but did anyone get a screenshot of the staff meeting? Who was all there?
No, I did not.
Probably everybody else that's currently here.
Pretty much. Oh, look at that. He's right in the damn camera now, just posing. That
Except
fucking
Maz. Why is Maz
Fabio
still there by
profile
himself?
pic.
I get AFK.
Yep. I'll be here
I want to give
chilling.
you guys false hope.
He'll come back chatting away and be like, oh, shit, where'd everybody go?
Oh, there's CSGO. Haven't seen him in ever.
He's been busy testing maps, man. That's our homeboy. You guys find a hole in a map, it's his fault for missing it because he is kicking ass on the maps.
I don't get to watch Bailey Cam because I'm watching some video of these people with magic sneakers that make them fly.
All right. Oh, are you serious? My shit's showing a commercial?
Yeah.
Oh, he is literally like, he could not pose anymore for the camera right now if he tried. He is profile right up against the camera staring at me. And he just got up to go get a fucking toy because I'm talking about him. Look at that. Come here, put it in my hand, buddy. Come here, put it in my hand. Put it right here in my hand. No, you got to get it in my hand. Put it in my hand. You got to pick it up higher than that. Put it in my hand. Thank you. You ready? There you go.
We got Sherlock a toy. It's like this ball that makes crazy noises, but he doesn't know how to play with it because it's too big. It's about the size of the one that Bailey has right now.
You guys want to see me beat the fuck out of him?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean like wrestle, you know. He loves to fucking fight. Let's see if I can get him going. He does this weird thing, so I'm gonna see if I can get him to do it. Like whenever I try to play with him, like I get on the floor, he does this thing where he likes to bury his head into you, and then he like sticks his ass up in the air, and then he just starts like trying to growl and play fight. That's like his I want to play move that he does. Is like face down, ass up. I'm gonna see if I can get him to do it real quick. Hold on. I won't be able to talk while I'm doing it though, because I gotta go over there on the floor. And don't make fun of me. I'm in my fucking yard work clothes, so make fun of my fucking old pasty ass. All right, let's see if we can get Bailey to fight. You want to fight?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here, I gotta wait. I'm gonna put my mic off of push to talk so you can hear his ass because he likes to growl too. Testing. Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. All right, let's fight, buddy. You ready? Come on, let's fight. Come here. Come on.
What?
Drop
Such a cute dog. Did anyone do anything fun for Memorial Day?
What's that?
Yep, I know.
Golf today.
Well, that and I'm Canadian, so you know.
I said fun. I
Well,
didn't
and
say
Memorial Day because we don't have any.
Golf is fun.
No, it's not.
I took
Yeah,
a week
but
of holidays.
we
My son
have,
took a week of holidays. We're golfing almost every day except tomorrow because it's Thursday.
Oh, so you're living the true life of the Leafs, right?
You got that right, buddy.
What were you
I'm
gonna
sore
say,
as hell right
Triple?
now.
Yeah, but in Canada we have Victoria Day. That was
That's
last
true,
week.
sir. That was
Yeah.
my wife's birthday weekend.
So I don't even remember last weekend that much. So
It's fake Memorial Day.
yeah, Big Memorial. Wow.
Just like you guys
Like
have
Thanksgiving, right?
4th of July, right? Or is it fake Thanksgiving?
Fake.
And why are all your fake holidays before ours? Are you trying to prove something?
We're number what?
Oh, so that matters.
Because we just got to be first, right?
Hey, if you ain't first, you're last. Isn't that how that goes?
Yeah.
Down.
Robin's race.
Down. You gotta work.
Bailey's so well behaved.
Lay
I
down.
can't get my dog to do anything.
Ready?
I got my little Daisy girl as my foot warmer every time I'm at the computer.
Aw.
My dog doesn't dare come upstairs because of the cats. It's their domain. He has the whole downstairs to himself, though. The cats are not allowed with him when he's downstairs. And we yell at the cats for doing so.
Cats listen? What?
Give them
Oh yeah, when we deprive them of snacks, they listen quite well. But then again, they always can just eat all the dry food they want because we keep on filling that.
Eliana, you see who's back in chat there? Arctic Freeze.
Yeah, I know. I was seeing some chat from him the last few days. So I was excited.
I started to worry earlier. I was talking shit to him, and I was like, "Wait, new players are probably seeing this." I'm like, "Wait, what the hell? That's how he talks to
Why
his
is he
players."
so mean to him.
God, he's so mean to that guy.
Welcome back, Arctic. You've been gone so long that things have probably changed quite a bit since you were here last.
Yes, this is true.
Shit, it's gonna be like that for me too, though.
Yo.
I've been on a pretty heavy extended break, and I have no idea what these guys have been working on, really.
Well, you'll have no clue how to fire a gun because they're changing that, and there's a new gun this Force Wipe. So
Yeah, I've been keeping up with some of that dialogue.
Is that this force wipe or
yes,
is that
it is.
July? Because everything I saw said it was that the recoil and all that was coming in July.
No, it's this Force Wipe I saw.
Mostly, I just like reading the cheaters crying on Reddit. They're like, "Can't we just get a server where the old recoil still works?"
The July wipe. If you're talking about that, I think that's where Nexus is coming in, which is going to be a doozy. If anybody doesn't know what Nexus is, it's the ability to go from one server to another with
Yeah.
your character on a boat.
I think it's only going to be on like official servers though.
No, apparently they're gonna. It sounds like there's gonna be the ability to switch as long as you meet a few criteria. And I think the way you set yourself up, theoretically, you might be, but they haven't released the criteria yet. I saw some news about that elsewhere.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
Arc has like
As
a
long as you don't have
quality,
to,
like,
as long as you don't have to
clustering
go from one IP to another, is what it comes down to.
So basically,
it's
main
one of the
one can
same
like
parties.
invade main two with trolls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, no, you could. It's a switch to turn it on or off.
Oh, okay.
So we can host an event on one and invite main two to just jump on a ship and come over.
Oh, speaking of not speaking of, you guys weren't reading my chat probably. Do we have anybody recording tonight? I noticed Mac's not here, so.
I can fire it up. Probably, maybe.
Will my Twitch just save it?
It can if you do.
If you turn that on.
do the thing to make that happen. Yes.
Do the thing.
And you can even
Yeah, you can hit
automatically upload it to YouTube from Twitch.
So I can just do the thing. Well, is somebody gonna later on tell me how to do the thing?
It's been a hot minute since
I
I've
think-
done it, but I could
I
probably
think
help
Gummy
you.
Bears was just trying to, but I really have no clue how to do Twitch. All I know
And
about
I
Twitch,
can-
In the
sorry,
if you use Streamlabs for your recording,
I do.
there's a live button, and then right next to that on the left-hand side, there's a record button.
Oh
You
shit!
hit the record button, and it goes to a certain folder.
Well, that's some big brain move on me right there. It's literally right next to the button I just hit to stream.
Okay, so I don't have to do this then, right?
Let me check. I'm gonna see where that folder is. Hold on, let me find that.
Okay.
Output.
Maybe record it while we're just chatting
Go
here
to
for
a
15
certain
minutes. See what
folder that I
happens.
named stream recording,
Yeah, I gotta figure out what.
and it
mine-
automatically puts the date and time of their stream recording as the title.
Oh yeah, recording, file name, formatting. Look at that shit.
Big brain plays.
It is. It is. I'm the one always bitching to players to record their shit, and look at me.
I do. I always record my shit.
I mean, I do have the GeForce, the thing I bet you guys to use. I do have that.
Cause like I always run into like those kids that use the hard N word and the hard R and shit.
Oh yeah.
So I always make a point to record. So if anybody ever questions me on it, I'll be like, yeah, they did that. I have a recording. Here it is.
Sweet. Well, I will give that a try. I appreciate it. If all else fails, I guess it'll still be on my Twitch. So whatever.
Oh, we got ourselves a model citizen here.
Oh yeah.
And my issue with recording is people make fun of me for using light mode.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's for damn
I've
sure.
heard, I've had so many people call me a fat lesbian. I just laugh it off
Jesus.
because I'm asexual, number one, and number two, you can't really hear weight. Last time I checked.
This is true. I gotta blink my screen out real quick and read this DM. I'll be right back here.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. People DMing while you're doing it. Sensitive
Sensitive
admin
admin
work.
Oh, look
Oh,
at that shit.
wow.
That's some fancy stuff.
I don't know any fancy shit. It shows us this.
It's probably just like feet pics and stuff.
He never
Instead of
delivers on his
feet
promise for
pics.
feet pics, so you know.
What's that line? Mom told you not to disturb me while I'm cleaning my room.
Mom already knows because he never cleans his room anyways.
Huh.
That always takes me back to dodgeball when the owner Globo Jim's having his private reflective period with the pizza.
Yeah.
Bailey, go
That's
get
silly,
your other
definitely
ball.
had some good
Go get your other ball.
comedies.
Drop it.
Okay.
Go get your other one. Go
Not
get your other
all
toy.
in white chicks are movies I grew up on.
Go get it. Go get your other one.
He's so smart.
Yeah. He stares through your fucking soul too.
Remember back when my
dog-
dog showed intelligence.
Yeah, my
And she
dog
got old and lazy.
takes his toys down the stairs when he gets
Rocket.
excited to go out, and then he forgets to bring them back up, and then whines that there's no toys upstairs.
Okay.
You ready? You gonna bounce it on your head? Come here. Sit down.
What changes did they do for this Force Swipe? I forget.
What did I do? What?
What changes did Face
Recoil.
Punch?
Oh.
No, not upcoming. Current.
Oh, there was nothing really, was there?
Was it
No.
just the train tracks?
Yeah.
Above ground train track
Oh.
change.
Aliana, speaking of which,
Yeah.
the train tracks now use road pathing in them.
Yeah, you told me
Oh,
that.
it's awesome.
It's really neat.
Yeah.
It borks like most of our maps, though. I'm glad that some of them have been at least kind of quasi working.
No, the good news is they didn't get rid of the actual segments.
Right.
So-
Did they? Are they entity count though? I mean, they wouldn't be, right?
No,
So it
they
makes
just
sense.
have they do like roads do, where they have nodes that the server just knows to generate this path that direction.
Can you do them in the sky?
No,
Okay.
that's what you would need those the segment pieces for still.
Dang.
Would be cool to do a loop-de-loop though.
My goal is to have a train roller coaster. That's what I want, and that's what I wanted for our Christmas map, and it didn't happen. He's like, yeah, I could probably do that, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Could we do an upside down track?
I don't
Is that
know.
possible?
The problem is you'd
That
have
would
to
be
get it
next
upside
level.
down to begin with.
I think, yeah, because there is no track that curves up or down. So I think the trains actually like magnetically type stick to the tracks.
Yeah, I think it's parented to the track itself.
I had asked the guy to do like a corkscrew. I thought that would be kind of fun. But he said he would, but
Don't
there
don't
was
get
a
me
lot
started.
of
Don't
a
get
lot
me,
of steady woods on that Christmas
don't,
map.
don't get me started on December, November, October, September, August. Jesus Christ, I'm having like Vietnam flashbacks to the end of 2021. Like I seen some stuff, man.
Fuck.
Oh, that's the other thing that's covering this fight too is double stacked train. So it's
Double
like
stacked what?
double stacked trains. So it's like instead of just the platform now, there's actually like boxes and shit on it to make it a little bit higher.
And you can have trains with train cars.
Oh yeah, I saw some video where someone was saying that they had made the longest train ever.
Yeah,
That was pretty long. It looked good. Was that so? That was
Well, I'm
that was
over
not
here.
current. That was testing.
that's coming.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
it
over
looked
here
really
just
cool.
Yeah.
making fucking trains go warp speed.
And I think they updated the control panel now. I saw in a Shadowfax video that it shows the length of how many cars you have on the train on like the control panel there.
Oh my
among other
gosh.
things.
Sounds fun.
Honestly, you could do like an event for like a train takeover.
No, what I'm hearing is T brings back the mod with the NPCs in the train, and it's just one
Cargo
long
train?
fucking train,
Oh,
yeah, cargo
God.
train that goes
That would
around the
be
map,
sick.
like 10 fucking trains long, just load it with NPCs.
How broken and laggy that plugin was. You
Roman
really want to
Reigns
kill the
show.
server.
That'd be awesome.
You wouldn't be able to get anywhere near it.
Jesus.
You
So
could
much
because
fun
it was
trying,
broken
though.
because the AI couldn't hit shit for a living.
It's like, can server FPS go negative?
I never
Yes.
did do the cargo train. I tried once and I just got completely decimated.
I ran it before we
It got
downgraded
nerfed,
the
right?
accuracy of the NPCs.
Yeah.
What got nerfed?
Lazy?
Yeah, the murder train. Yeah.
Yeah, the murder train.
I never tried it after because there was something after the NPCs got all wonky where they were easier afterwards. I thought.
They weren't doing any damage basically. Like you could just stand there and they would drive by you and they would try to mow you down and it would do like 30 damage max.
Has Face Punch fixed roadside barrel or roadside scientist spawning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Oh, lazy lion. I found a way to trap the boar so we can kill it.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Hey, Maz.
Maz.
Chilling,
Oh,
talking
my-
about Rust, watching a dog play with a ball. You know.
Squirrel?
Squirrel?
Ooh, shiny.
You can't decide which ball to get.
I know.
No, it went under the couch back there.
First world dog problems right there.
Come here. Drop it. Drop it. Go get the other one. Bring it over here. Drop it right here.
But I just
Stop
got
it.
this
Thank you.
one.
Ready? Get
I dropped it.
Hey, you know you can full screen your Bailey cam, right?
it. He's so crazy. Okay, you guys want to go there? I guess we can go ahead and start the intro part of this.
Sure.
Says,
I got 6
Get a
minutes.
head start. Now that everybody's joining here, we're gonna go up there.
as long as they're still daily.
All right, heading up. All right. Okay. Sorry, I had to talk to Nivix real quick there. He's gonna fix that one last thing that we needed fixed. So that's good. Okay.
What a baller.
Oh, Nivix is a fucking god. Like that's just all there is to it. He is god tier. Anybody that enjoys our server and all the customizations we have and all the tweaks we've done, give a shout out to Nivix because he is god tier. He is the reason we have what we have. Okay. So, everybody, welcome to the server meeting. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to speed through the little intro here so we can get on with it. For those that are new, we go over some stuff in my squeaky ass chair. Sorry about that. We go over some stuff. Then we let the community ask us questions. We answer them the best of our abilities. Then we preview, we stream a preview of the new map. That's pretty much the server meeting. Then we give away prizes in game. For those who, like I just said, are new here, you can type in the meeting chat channel, which is just above the server meeting channel. I'm also streaming during this meeting. The initial part of the stream isn't that important because you're really just going to see my mouse cursor moving around as I'm talking. But it is important later on if you want to see some of the stuff we're talking about and see the new map preview. So if you don't have the stream link, it is, oh, there it is. Look at that shit. Just magically appeared. Anyway, so yeah, just, you know, it's good to watch the stream. That way you can at least see what we're talking about once I get to that part. So I'm sure most of you can guess that most of this meeting is going to be about the big change that's happening Thursday. I'm going to speed through the non-skill topics as fast as I can so we can just get on with the juicy stuff that you guys are all really here for. And yes, Bailey Cam was up. You guys missed it. Playing with him a little bit earlier, but now he's going to keep bugging me to play more. All right, so let me get to my notes. Here we go. First note. Even though we do not get involved in theft from insiding, there's actually... I'm trying to read the note ahead of time here. Okay, yeah. So basically, we don't get involved with insiding. You know, we get tickets. Somebody, you know, we invited him to our team, and then he stole a bunch of our crap, and he left the team, and we want our stuff back. And like, you know, inciting. Everybody knows what inciting means. We don't get involved in that kind of stuff. There's physically no way for us to tell what was yours, what was theirs, who did what, and who did, you know, whatever. Rust does not log any of that kind of stuff. It does not log items. It does not log, you know, picking up stuff. It does not log depositing stuff. It doesn't log anything, honestly. It's really terrible. So, but we did actually manage to solve one of those cases the other day. And the reason I'm even telling you this is because it'll give you some clues on how you might be able to get it solved if it happens to you. The player who was putting the ticket in had some of their items very specifically skinned and was able to give me detailed, and I mean real detailed, like this is how much fuel, this is how many M2s and what exact skins were on each one of them, this is the L96 and what skin was on that and what parts were on it. This, I mean, he was just naming and just listed that stuff perfectly. I mean, the fuel, you know, was like a little bit off, but I mean, still, it was a big chunk of fuel. So for someone to randomly have that much fuel in their backpack and it just happens to be the person they were accusing and have all those skinned items. I mean, the dude named all his armor sets and what skin was on each armor set and how many of those skinned armor sets there were. I mean, named it all. And sure enough, the player he was accusing had all of that shit in his backpack. So that was pretty obvious. You know, pretty obvious case there on that one. So while we do not get involved in inciting, if you're able to get us some kind of, you know, some kind of evidence to back it up. Look at this dog. He just wants to play nonstop. If you can get us some kind of evidence to back it up, we will help you out. You know, we don't turn you down to be dicks. We just turn you down because we don't have any proof. We have no way of knowing. And I mean, it's really easy for someone to just put a ticket in. You know, what if they did it to you and they were lying? And then we took all your shit and gave it to that person because they put in a ticket saying that you incited them. That would be very uncool. So we can't, you know, can't do that kind of stuff unless you got something for us to go on. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. This note says we are about on the final straw to re-implement rules about builds. Let me get you this picture here. This was on the second day of a fresh wipe. Second day, day 2. It gets worse though, because believe it or not, so looking at this picture, hopefully you guys are watching the stream because that actually would help. So looking at this picture, this is actually a good time for me to explain something. I'm just doing that so I can draw on this. So looking at this picture right here, this outer crap is the reason I even have this picture in the first place. This is the stuff that had to go. You don't need China walls on the second day of a wipe. And on top of that, you really don't need China walls at all. They're pretty pointless, especially on a build this big because there's so much space in between that they're just pointless. Anyway, the point being is we're okay with the rest of this. As a matter of fact, this middle building right here, if you're watching my stream, you can see my terrible artwork. This middle building right here, could easily have been built up like that tall, even, you know, like an actual bin, a full base right here in the middle. And then we're perfectly fine with laying out these foundations out here like this to block off, you know, how you want your final build to be laid out, you know, closer to PvP day. We're okay with all of that, actually. And we prefer you do it that way. If you want to build a big compound, lay out the foundations like that, you know, build the middle building up and live out of that like a real base, you know. Obviously, you know, as minimal as possible. You don't have to build it, you know, 10 stories tall with honeycomb, but, you know, make that your livable area, lay out your foundations like that, and we're cool. You know, 24 hours before PvP day starts or whatever, which would be pretty much like right now because PvP day is tomorrow. Then you can start building up all this extra bullshit. But so minus these outer rings right here, that's actually a good example of what we want you to do. Again, just, you know, get rid of that outer China wall and it's fine. The other example I have, yeah, Bailey is very cute. That's the love of my life right there. Him and my wife. The other example I have is this right here. This entire group actually rage quit our server because I told them that would not work on day one of a wipe. That was, they were building Hogwarts. That is completely empty. There are like 2 doors in that entire structure. The only reason you even see that workbench right over there is because they placed that as I was arguing with them in tickets, you know, about the fact that this base had nothing in it. And they were like, oh, and they started placing stuff down real quick. This entire thing was on like day 1 or day 2 of a wipe. I think it was day 1, but it could have been day 2. And again, totally empty. It's a shell. There's literally not a single thing in there. It's just a massive whatever. And then that entire team rage quit our server and hates our guts now because we asked them to tone it down a little bit. And for the record, what I asked them to tone down was, I'll go ahead and draw on the screen. Just so if you ever get a inkling to make a Hogwarts, you know what's acceptable. I asked them to keep this building right here and get rid of all this extra stuff around here that they don't need. And that was definitely not good enough because they all cussed us out and rage quit pretty much. So,
And on a side note with that one, T, they also had the 2 other bases and the farm base to go with that.
oh yeah, by the way, yeah. Yeah, not only that, but they had like multiple other bases and they were full bases, like a full farm with like 16 planters, a fully armored, or not armored, but sheet metal base that was like full of all their boxes and all their workbenches and all their, so they had real bases on top of that. It was a clan. They each had their own real full bases, and then they were building Hogwarts on top of that, just, you know, for shits and giggles. It's like, come on now. So, moving on. And give me 1 second. I always try to read my note first, just to make sure I wasn't being too smart ass or too crass in my note. Oh, okay, yeah, this one's fine. So remind players of our stance on the following. Destroying things. Hey, my teammate is not online and this wooden chest is blocking me from expanding our base. Or moving players like, hey, my friend is offline and in my way. Can you move him for me? Putting things in or taking things out of containers. My buddy left the clan and now I can't get the C4 out of our chest. All those scenarios we don't get involved with. We don't destroy things because players ask us to, and we get asked to on an almost daily basis. Yes, we normally believe you. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. We usually believe you that you're not trying to pull a fast one on us. But the point being, on a lot of our policies, Bailey, I really can't right now, buddy. I'm sorry. The policy that we have on a lot of this stuff is because of the fact of, it's not that we don't believe you or we think you're full of shit. It's because if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody. We try to treat everyone here perfectly equal. And if we do it once, we got to do it 1,000 times. And that's why we don't get involved in some stuff like that. So yeah, I can definitely tell that, you and that guy have been clanned and now he left the clan, and I can tell that kind of stuff, but I still can't get involved because if I do it once, I got to do it again. And we don't get involved. And then the one time we do it, because, we're doing it now for everybody, and it was a lie. Again, 99% of you are not lying to us when you say this, but the one time it is a lie, it's going to screw us big time. Like, hey, you just took my stuff and gave it to some random player because he said so, or hey, you destroyed, some of my stuff because some random player told you to. Like, it puts us in a really bad position to do those kind of things. So please quit submitting tickets for us to move things, destroy things, or give you access to things. You need to sort that out with your buddy or whoever placed the stuff or whoever logged off in your way. On that same note, though, if some rando just walks up onto your porch or walks into your base because the door isn't shut and then logs off right there, yes, we'll move them for you. You know, we're not trying to, you know, screw you over and make you have a miserable gameplay, but just understand the difference, please. My next note just says Sentinels. I think we only have like one active Sentinel now. So if anybody would like to apply for Sentinel, let us know later. Put in a Bailey. If you guys have never had a Border Collie, they never stop. Like, he will sit here and drop this ball at my feet for the rest of the night now. Sentinel is basically like a player volunteer. They have their own support ticket system. It's actually the exact same type system we use as admins. And Sentinels are basically just kind of like the customer service line. They kind of filter out stuff that doesn't really have to go all the way to an admin. You know, just basic questions or even questions about the server itself. You know, that Sentinels are just people that have played on our server for a really long time. They really know their shit, and they can answer a lot of those questions that really don't require an admin intervention. And it really takes a lot of burden off our backs and lets us work on other things like plugins and maps and stuff like that. So if you'd like to become a Sentinel, I think Aliana just linked something about it. And if you'd like to become one, feel free to apply. Yeah, there is a little bit of an age limit to it. I mean, I'm not going to set like a hard limit, like, oh, you got to, you know, whatever. But, you know, you got to be mature. You're kind of representing the server. And some newer players, they won't even have an idea of how old you are or, you know, who you are. And you got to represent the server in a mature and honestly, you got to have a lot of knowledge about the server to be one too. So, Rocket Rebel. I'm not going to let Rocket Rebel be a Sentinel. I like him too much. Okay, moving on down to the next one. Halfway into the second wipe of the month, we already had a player literally have to quit main one, and we had to move his RP, we had to move his Z levels, we had to move everything for him, and his veteran gold and all that stuff, because his PC could no longer handle all the congestion on main one. But he could play just fine on main two. That's how we know that was the actual problem and not just his, you know, all this stuff. It's not the first time, and it's definitely probably not going to be the last time, where players literally just can't even play on our server. And then we're like, well, hey, try logging into main 2 and see what happens. And they can play perfectly fine on main 2. For those who don't know, main 1 and main 2, literally, and I mean literally, I will even open it up and show you. I will give you a behind-the-scenes view of our servers. And my dog is still playing with that damn ball. So those are our servers right there. Main 1, main 2, there they are, side by side, same box. That's it. So there is no excuse of, oh, well, you know, it doesn't work on main 1, but it works on main 2. It's got to be the congestion caused by players, because those things are sitting on the same box. So if a player can play perfectly fine on one, but cannot play on the other one, that can only mean one thing. They're running the same plugins, they're running the same maps, they're on the same box. The only other variable are players building giant compounds and bases and Hogwarts and all that kind of stuff. So please keep your builds under control. That's the moral of the story, is the builds are starting to cause players to actually not be able to play on our server, and that's not cool.
If I could just add one little thing there.
Absolutely can.
Informational for anyone who doesn't know. When you warp or when you log in, any kind of like fast teleport or any kind of rapid load in, that's when your computer's really going to like kind of eat it while you're trying to load everything in around you. If it's something that you might have some struggles with, just keep in mind that if you are in a congested area, I mean, obviously you should probably not be there in the first place, but definitely don't log out there. People can get stuck in sleep motions, and it can be hard for them to load things in. Same thing about building on warp points. Maybe try to consider not building so excessively on a warp point, because you are potentially putting somebody in that position where they're going to end up timing out every time they try to get there. So just keep that in mind, and you know, understand that the maps are large enough, and with water foundations, you literally could go pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, spread out, because like she said, honestly, when we get those support tickets like help, I can't wake up, I can't log in, I keep crashing, I keep timing out, the first thing we do, literally even before we start troubleshooting, is teleport that person to the edge of the map. And 9 times out of 10 that solves their problem instantly, because they are now, sorry, my dog back there choking on his toy, they're now away from that congestion. Because when you're, like she said, when you wake up or you teleport, which is the same thing, when you teleport, you're literally sleeping and it wakes you up. When you wake up, your computer is instantly trying to render all that shit around you. and that's what's causing you to time out and have steam off timeouts and all that kind of shit. So stop building on top of each other. Stop crowding certain areas. We give you guys so many options for travel. There's really no reason for everybody to build right in the middle of the map, right next to the river and road, like they always do. So spread out.
I have
alright.
one more thing to that, T.
Yeah,
You
go
know?
ahead. I'm moving on to my next note, so go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. So just as a reminder for folks too, we're talking like entity count, right? We know, and we've looked at the servers through and through. The servers can more than handle the load because they're not being bombarded with things. It's literally the amount of stuff you throw down. A really good example of this is using massive amounts of sills within a certain area, right? Like that is the stuff that kills you. And I have a pretty powerful computer, and I've seen some of the builds out there. I literally can walk in some of these areas. I mean, when in fact I was helping that person with that ticket to start for the first little while, and I'm not kidding you guys, like it gets pretty bad. So like we have to be mindful of that sort of thing. If you want to do like a base like that, you know, take it to the edge of the map is what it really comes down to.
Yeah. From Facepunch directly, player entities like things you build and deploy are the number one cause for server performance hits. In other words, your giant bases can actually harm the server itself performance. But what Wookie just said is completely true. Is client side, the biggest hits on your client that makes people crash and timeout is sills, which is, for those that don't know, that means sign artist when you do the little sign artist thing. Sills and skins. So skinning rugs, skinning doors, and putting them all over your base, and all these, you know, anime girls everywhere, and all that, and then putting a bunch of signs and all. That's the kind of shit that just destroys people's clients when they're trying to load in. So I mean, don't get me wrong, do the stuff. I mean, obviously, we're for it. We're the ones that provide that stuff to you. So go ahead and do it. But you know, if you're gonna go crazy like that, do it on the edge of the map, so you're not doing that to people and causing them to crash. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, my wife forgot that I told her it was meeting night, and she's trying to call me. Anyway, so yeah, just keep that in mind too. The sign artist stuff, all the picture type stuff, skins and sign artists, that's what hits your client, and all the entities are what hit the servers. And Wookie's not kidding. Our servers are insanely overpowered for what we're doing with them. Running 2 instances of Rust on this, every server owner and some of the Facepunch devs themselves have laughed at me for using such a powerful machine for just 2 Rust servers. They're like, "What are you doing?" I think our resource monitor shows like 3 to 5% usage.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we got plenty of power, but you know, we can only stop you guys from building so much. Yeah, and windmills are don't get me started. Windmills kill everything. All right, moving on. Trying to be as quick as I can so we can get to the juicy stuff that you guys want to hear. All these next 2 are yours, Wookie. You want me to hit them for you, or you want to hit them?
I can hit him.
All right, hit them quick. Let's go.
Fine. Yeah, let's make it quick. So just a reminder. So you guys saw, I think it was this wipe. We had an emergency on main 1 where we were going around and clearing out some things. So I just want to remind everybody, 1 million sleeping bags across the ground does not help the server. Fire pits at near raid areas does not help the server. Please ensure you're cleaning up your messes as you go around. I know that some of the other admins, I haven't done it myself, but I know some of the other admins will literally put that stuff in your base. We need you guys to make sure we're cleaning that up. I think between 5 admins, we spent the better part of a morning on a Saturday, I think it was, cleaning that up. So we got to be careful with that. Also, too, if you're going to do random 1x1 TC with TCs for teleport points, I know some of us use our TPs for that sort of thing. Find spots on rocks to put those bases, because when you put them out in the middle of an open field, you're literally blocking the ability for a raid to spawn potentially.
Yeah, that's a big plus. I forgot to mention. Yeah, if you're gonna put bullshit like that, like he said, put it on a rock or a cliff or a sharp hill, because raid bases can't spawn on those. And remember what I told you guys before, anything you place, even as simple as a Pookie Bear on the ground, will block all raid base spawns in a 75-meter radius around it. So just think of that next time you're just plopping a sleeping bag or a TC spot down.
The Rocket, your comment there, it doesn't help because it's all the different entities essentially.
Yeah, it's anything. I mean, you could place a gravestone. I mean, anything. And again, that would take another plugin, and we're trying not to have more. This dog literally has his chin on my leg. Back up. Okay. I can't get him to leave me alone now, sorry. This is what happens when you play with a border collie. You got like 6 hours of this. Okay, moving on to the next one. Please, for the love of God, use recording software to record your gameplay, or at least have the means to save clips of gameplay. Dealt with a lot of tickets lately where it's a situation, if they would have got us a recording, we could have easily solved it for them. But they didn't, and we can't. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to solve y'all's problems. I mean, that's literally what we're here for. But we can't just snap. There's no magic red easy button where we can just figure out what happened. Like I don't remember what the conversation was the other day with a player, and I was like, look, man, I literally have exactly the same access to stuff that you have, except that I can fly, I can turn invisible, and I can turn on God mode. That's it. I don't have any special abilities. Like I literally have the same stuff you have. You know, if you can't record something and it's an ongoing problem, let us know as quickly as possible so we can get out there and observe it and watch. You know, someone's harassing you or something like that. You know,
And if somebody's harassing you guys, yes, we ask proof, but tell us even still, we'll go and watch them. We may not be able to do something at that exact second because, you know, hey, we don't know.
Yeah, I'm not trying to turn you guys down from putting tickets in. I'm just letting you know, don't get disappointed if we can't do anything about it because we have no proof. We have to have proof because we want to be as fair and balanced as we can for everybody. From, you know, our most favorite players all the way down to the newest players. We want to be equal to everybody and fair to everybody. And without proof, we can't do anything for you. Again, still put the ticket in. We'll be more than happy to watch. But I think the real situation comes in that a lot of players get angry at us. This is almost a daily basis. I get well, I'm just not going to play anymore then. Well, okay, I'm sorry. You know, what do you want me to do? Like, you know, they try to almost threaten us into breaking our policy and giving them items or doing something for them. And it's like, dude, like, we can't do that because then we have to do it for everybody and we don't. So, you know, threatening to quit and stuff like that isn't going to help your situation. I mean, it's just a video game. It all wipes anyway. You know, just have some fun and just remember, we're people and we're trying our best. We got to work with what we got. And Face Punch definitely does not log anything. I wish it was like 7 days, man. They logged everything. All right, moving on. Oh, proof that player entities can cause performance issues. Okay, yeah, so I had a picture here of main 1 and main 2 being side by side, and look at this. So these are our server metrics. This is what we watch. For the server metrics, by the way, they're hard capped at 90. And what that means is how many things per second the server can process. They're hard capped at 90. Both main 1 and main 2 are hard capped at 90. Obviously, the more shit that's hogging it down, the lower that metric goes. It can process less things per second. You know, we don't have to set them that high, but we do because we have such powerful machines. But I want to show you the difference here. This is at the same time on the same day. There's the server metric. So if you notice there, main 1 has 30% more entities placed down already. Almost 250,000. And its metrics are almost half of what main 2's metrics were at that time, at the exact moment right there. So that proves, and the only reason I'm even showing this is that just proves to you that we're not just blowing smoke up your asses. Player entities really do kill servers. Main 1 was running at half speed right there. Again, you know, you guys aren't going to lag and stuff like that because of it, but you know, that's what limits how many plugins we can have. That's what limits how many NPCs we can put on the map, because each one of those things are things that the server has to process per second. And the lower those metrics dip, and we basically watch those metrics all wipe long. Every admin will tell you, every 60 seconds in our admin tool, those metrics scroll by and we can see them. And we monitor them all wipe long. And if they start dipping in the 30s and 20s, I mean, that shit will actually alert my phone if it starts dipping below 20. If it starts dipping that low...
If it starts dipping in the teens, he's having a heart attack. If it goes into single digits, he is already on the way to the hospital.
Pretty much. And the reason we watch those is because then it's kind of like a feel for what we've done for that wipe and how far we can push it further. In other words, what I'm saying is, if I see main 1 dipping down into the teens consistently, then that's telling me, okay, we got too many NPCs on this map. We need to cut them back a little bit. That's why you guys are, oh, what happened to all the zombies? There used to be tons of zombies out there. Well, we can't do as many now because you guys put down so many entities that the server metrics are taking a hit. That's why I'm giving you guys this lecture about it. It's just let you know what we do behind the scenes to make sure we always have the performance balanced. So the more entities you guys are putting out there, the less other things we can do, like plugins, NPCs, yada, yada, yada. So that's why, you know, the races are gone. That's why gun game is gone. That's why there's less roaming zombies in the world now, is because those metrics keep dipping. No matter how powerful of a server we get, which we've got the top of the line, we can't keep adding more stuff in because player entities are taking up all our processing power. And main 2 does have all the ladies. Moving on. Eliana, I'll hit this one for you. It's a real easy one. Late night tickets may be left sitting until the morning. Please use video clips to help us take care of you the next day. And she's absolutely right with that note. You know, if you get us a video clip, I mean, we literally will bend over backwards for you. If you get us a video clip and it's 12 hours later and you're like, hey, I just, you know, my game just crashed on me, or I just died and my corpse glitched under the map and I had just opened my inventory. You can see in this video clip right here, I had just opened my inventory and I just closed it, and then I died and my body went under the map and no admin answered me all night long and I lost all my stuff. Hey, guess what? I can now open that video clip and I can see every item you had, and I will gladly refund that shit to you and probably throw you a gold egg just for being cool about it and doing what we asked you to do, and you know, bearing with us while we get it fixed. We want to help you so badly. You don't even understand how bad we love helping you guys. When you're cool about it though, and you help us help you. So get video clips. We literally will take care of you 100%, as long as it's something that we get involved in, you know, a glitch or a bug or something like that. We don't just help you because you decided you wanted to solo Zombie Island or something, but you know what I'm saying. If you help us by getting videos, we will absolutely bend over backwards to make sure we put you back together the way you were. Let's see. Oh, please do not DM admins. Please open support tickets and understand that we must document most, if not all, interactions when players are reporting an issue. That's a note from Mountain Juice, and that is absolutely correct. I yell at my admins all the time for handling things in voice or in DMs. They are not permitted to do so. I know sometimes the leads will break policy and do that, and that's fine. They are permitted to if they absolutely need to, or, you know, Drax at work and he just has to handle this real quick and he jumps in there and just handles it and doesn't have time to be doing all the support, whatever, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But the general policy is no admins are permitted to do anything with you outside of support tickets. I don't mean gameplay or hang out with you. I just mean, you know, official admin business has to be in support tickets. The reason we do that kind of stuff is A, it's documented. I know I'm showing you the admin Discord right now, but I can show you where the log. Right here. Every support ticket we've ever had is right here. And I can even type a command with your Discord ID and it'll show me a list of just your support tickets. And I can go back and look through it. And that's one of the main reasons we do it the way we do it. I mean, there's a lot of support tickets each day. And we like to have them documented and we have a history and we know what's going on. So if I pull up your support ticket and I see, wait, every single day you had this exact same problem happen and you just happen to lose, you know, C4, like, come on, like, let's get real. You know, we have a history on it. Number 2 is it allows for great training opportunities. Most of the new staff or admins, the first thing they do when they come on is they start reading old support tickets and see how we handle stuff, see what we've been going through, see what we do. It's a great learning tool for them. And then, of course, is accountability. You know, admin tells you one thing and then you go and complain to me and say, oh, your admin said this and this and that. And I'm like, well, I can look it up. You know, I just look at the support ticket and see exactly what was said. It also lets us decide which admin needs to handle that situation. You know, if you see Mountain Juices online and you start DMing him, but what if he's in the middle of something? What if I'm literally just floating in the air with nothing to do and you didn't DM me because, oh, that's T, I don't want to DM him. He'll get mad at me and blah, blah, blah. If you had put a support ticket in, I know that I'm not doing shit and Mountain Juice is doing shit, so I'm the one who can jump in and handle that support ticket. It helps us divvy the work out to who's available and who even knows best. You know, like Bush Wookie is our big IT admin. If it's an IT problem, you know, or Cryo can jump in there and help you troubleshoot, trying to, you know, get your Rust to, you know, reinstall or whatever. You know, stuff like that. It just helps us figure out who needs to handle your situation. So please use the support ticket system. And guess what? That's my last note. So, y'all ready to move on to the juicy stuff?
Fun times.
All right. One last thing to discuss before I get into the juicy stuff, and I promise it's not a bad thing. I have to give a shout out to our testers. Over the last entire month, so the first month we started with this new skills thing, it was just admins only testing it and playing with it and tweaking stuff. And then I brought on, I think we had a total, if you count the staff that were doing it too, I think we had a total of what, like 21, 22 testers? I don't know. But I can pull their spreadsheet over here. So these testers, for those watching the stream, you go to the old sheet, because we actually did a split. I changed some config numbers, so we started a whole new sheet. These testers literally went through in every single hour of their gameplay. They had to log all this data. Not only did they have to log all this data, sorry, when I talk too much, my voice starts to go away. Not only did they log all this data, but they also had this channel right here. They had to go here and enter these journal entries telling us exactly what they were doing for that hour, what all they did, blah, blah, blah. I mean, these guys busted their asses on testing this plugin to see what all was done. They had this. They had a feedback channel where they could give feedback and discuss things that they felt needed to be nerfed or buffed, or they felt was too powerful, or they felt was too easy, or they felt wasn't powerful enough and was a waste of time. Even bugs. I mean, there were bugs that were found in here that we've ended up fixing. These testers.
And just to interrupt T slightly, we took testers of different varieties. So we got people that were raiders, we got people that were RPers and farmers. You know, so we took different walks of life in that sense in Rust.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we purposely did it that way too. I mean, I'm going to call all of them out anyway, so I can name names. And we purposely grabbed, you know, like Adopted and Trouble, some of the power players. We purposely grabbed, you know, Hawk and some of the people that just love to RP and chat with players and just have fun and, you know, and just live their life in Rust and have fun like that. We purposely grabbed some of the mid-range players who play pretty hard, but at the same time, you know, take a couple of days to slack off and just do whatever in Rust and stuff. So we grabbed all three levels of player on purpose, and that was specifically on purpose. So we could get a good thing of data, which I will be showing you here in a minute. So these play testers went through and logged everything every day as they played for this entire force wipe of May. They started on the May force wipe, and they're still doing it to this day. That's the one sheet right there. As you can see, some of these players really fucking killed it. I mean, look how far this data goes on some of these people. And that's just before we started the new sheet. Here's the new sheet. I mean, it's just, these guys were really kicking ass. So, and they were logging all this stuff too. I mean, it's just, I'm literally like at a loss for words for the amount of work these guys put in there. So if we didn't have these testers and we had to do this ourselves as admins, you guys wouldn't have this plugin for probably 2-3 more months. So I want to literally just, I'm sorry I'm dragging things on here, but I want to literally give all these testers just a fucking shout out in the meeting, like with my voice right here and now. So obviously the admin team and staff, I'm going to skip over. You guys know that they put in tons of work as it is. But here's your testers that you guys can thank for getting this plugin done so quickly. Adopted, Trouble, Mel, Dream Killers, Zach, Hawk, Zorbus, Enrique, Beetle, Baron kinda, Puna, Tech Geek, CSGO. Well, CSGO, you're an admin now, so and Savage. And I know hers looks minor, but it's because I'm on the new sheet. As you see, the old sheet people did a lot more, including Baron. So I didn't mean to throw you under the bus there, Baron. But yeah, so these guys, all those people that I just mentioned, give them a round of applause or something, man. Give them some props in chat or something. They busted their asses. It's annoying as hell having to log your gameplay every fucking hour for an entire month. And they did it, and they were completely open and honest about things. You know, when things felt too powerful, they weren't trying to keep it hidden from me so I wouldn't nerf it. You know, when things weren't powerful enough, they gave good valid reasons as to why with data to back it up so that we could buff things up. These guys really kicked ass, and that includes the admins that were doing it too. Not just the players, the staff and the admins were also testing. So with that said, we're going to move on and explain to you the final, where the data lies right now and where we're going with this. I'm probably going to log into Rust also so I can show you. Now he's under my chair. Sorry. Probably log into Rust too so I can show you guys some of the stuff. But I'm doing too many things at once here. So as these players logged all this data, you can see on each player it kept their average experience per hour. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. Some players were really high, some players were low, some were in the middle. So that's that. Going to the stats, you can see over here the player statistics for the entire force wipe. You see the average XP per hour. And you see the maximum level they obtained. Now you have to understand too, everything we discussed tonight, This is without any kind of donation, donating to like we do with Z levels, where you can get little boosts here and there that have a set limit you can get, but it can boost you up. This is everything we discussed tonight is with no boosting, no nothing. It's just pure gameplay, nothing else. And honestly, up until a week ago, they weren't getting experience for quests. They weren't getting experience for a lot of stuff, or voting and all that kind of stuff too. So honestly, this data is actually on the lower end, because there was a lot of stuff missing during the playtesting that they were not getting credit for. So,
Keeper, did you die? Okay, there you are.
Yeah.
I was worried there
gonna
was
say the same
technical
thing.
problems.
who? Cooley? Wait,
No,
Phil?
your volume just went dead.
Oh,
You
am I
just
still here?
disappeared for a minute. Yeah, you're here.
Oh, okay.
I was just
scared me.
making sure you're okay.
Yeah, you scared me. Anyway, so like I was saying, I don't know if you heard, but the data is kind of on the lower end of the spectrum, because, like I said, they weren't getting any experience for voting. They weren't getting experience for quests. They weren't getting none of that shit. So you guys should be able to obtain even higher. Let me explain this to you guys though. The highest Z level ever obtained naturally on our servers, and again, everything I discussed tonight is not counting boosts or any kind of weird shit like that. So the highest Z level ever obtained naturally, the highest Z levels were 65, in the ballpark, 60 to 65. I just went with the highest number, which is 65. The yield percentage for a Z level of 65 is 592%. You can see right there. End of the wipe target yield for the skills plugin, I set at 744%. What that means is this is what I want that player to be able to obtain by the end of the wipe. Again, obviously the most hardcore player we have in the world in history. The skill points required to obtain that level is 137. And again, that's already higher than the highest Z level ever obtained in our history. That's already, 150% more yield? So right off the bat, you're already getting better than Z levels. That takes 137 skill points, which would be level 137, obviously. So my target end game level, which would be my target level for the end of the wipe, would be level 137, which would put you, if you put it all into a Z level, would put you higher than anyone has ever obtained in Z levels. So that was my main goal in setting this up, is if I'm going to take Z levels away from players, I got to make it better. And I've done that, because you'll see in a minute how I've done that, but that's where the goal came from. If anybody's wondering, well, why did you set the goal with that? I wanted the end goal to be higher than anyone has ever obtained with Z levels. So that way there's no complaining. Nobody can say, oh, this is bullshit, I miss Z levels. You can't do that now, because you can actually achieve greater than Z levels. But then I broke it all down. The best XP per hour we had, the average of the best, was 82,000 experience. You can see Trouble had more, Adopted had more, but some people had less. And what that did was that took like the top group of players XP per hour and averaged it out. The low tier, it took the lowest section of the players, which actually included me when I was testing. I think I was the lowest of all. It took the lower end testers and averaged them out for the low tier. And then the average tier is the average of everybody's XP per hour. So the average tier is what an average player should be able to earn per hour. Right now it's about 40K. And by the way, this data is live. Like if a playtester inputted another hour of playing right now, these numbers would actually change a little bit. This is all live data being fed from this sheet and that sheet. So hours to hit level 137 required. As you see, the XP to hit that level will be 5,044,000. Melgrath, if he's in this channel, he can tell you that 5 million may sound like a lot, but it's quite a relief. I don't know if you're in this channel, Mel, but yeah, he'll definitely tell you seeing 5 million as the amount to get to that level is a relief, because it used to be a lot harder. We've actually almost doubled the amount of experience. Well, not doubled, but the experience ladder, how much it takes per level, has almost been cut in half since the playtester started testing. Because it started getting, yeah, he's at 12.3 million right now. And I did not touch any of the earning XP. In other words, the only nerfing or buffing we did was the ladder, which is how much it takes to get per level. So Melgrath having 12.3 million is actually still obtainable, because we did not change any of the values. We just changed how much it takes per level. So with that said, it takes 5 million experience to get to that target of 137, which is higher than any Z level has ever been. Averaging that out by hours, which is basically taking the XP per hour and dividing it, that would take 61 hours for a pro player to hit, which is based on that number right there. It would take 128 hours for an average player to hit, which is based on that number right there. And it would take 259 hours for a very low tier player to hit, which is based on that number right there. Now you gotta understand that sounds like a lot, but you gotta understand that's a player who's literally just standing around, making an RP base, skinning the doors and chatting with players and just, just enjoying Rust, enjoying the community, not really, hardcore farming or nothing like that. So, there are 792 hours per force wipe in an average force wipe. Obviously, you guys can't play all of those. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to shit. But typical hours per force wipe that we have found, based on y'all's playtime data, pros usually play around 225 hours per force wipe. Everything I say, by the way, per wipe is per force wipe. Pros average about 225 hours, average tier average about 125 hours, and low tier usually average about 60 hours. And you remember, that's an entire force wipe. Force wipes can be up to 30, I think June is 37 days or 35 days? But some force wipes can be a little shorter too, so. And you also have to understand, like, low tier, 60 hours, that's veteran. I've had people hit veteran in 3 days, so it's not really that difficult to obtain if you're a pretty power player. Estimated levels in an average force wipe, and this is again based on those same numbers above. We're guessing that a pro tier player will hit about level 262, an average tier player will hit about a level 140, and a low tier player would hit about level 65. That translates directly into skill points. Actually, you'll have more skill points because you do get some skill points for voting when you hit like the milestone votes. And I do plan on adding skill points. Oh, you also have skill points in some quests now too. Some of the harder quests, like nightmare raids and stuff like that, they also award you skill points too. So even if you're an average tier player and you get to level 140, that's not even counting all the other skill points you can earn from other stuff too. And as you saw earlier up here, you only need 137 skill points to get higher than anyone has ever gotten in a Z level. And I mean ever. So basically, in a nutshell, the TLDR of this entire speech is I have now set this up to where an average player can achieve higher Z levels than the highest Z level ever in our history of our servers. I think that's a fair trade-off. If anyone doesn't think that's fair, we can discuss it when we get to the Q&A section here. I really think letting an average player achieve goals that are higher than anyone has ever achieved on our servers is pretty fair trade-off. Probably too good of a trade-off, honestly, but I guess we'll see as time goes on here. Speaking of which, none of this is set in stone. As with all plugins, when we first start something, things can get nerfed, things can get buffed. One issue I've always had with that kind of stuff, and hell, we're already seeing it with this, is if you're going to bitch about the negative stuff, things getting nerfed or things being changed or whatever, then you have to bitch about the positives too, because that's not fair. Like I just took the experience ladder and basically cut it in half for my testers. So now they were leveling, twice as fast as they should have been. Well, they would be. Obviously, that's getting pushed on live. It's not live right now. But, so it taking half the experience for them to level now is a huge bonus. So they shouldn't bitch about that, right? Well, good, because they didn't bitch about the other negative stuff too, like when I had to nerf a skill here, nerf a skill there. And that's I'm kind of rambling my words here, but that's what I want to get across is, you can't bitch about some of the negative aspects of things like, oh, now I got to do that. You can't bitch about that if you're going to accept all the good stuff that's also happening too. That's really not very fair to only point out the bad stuff. So again, the moral of that story is things could get nerfed in the future. They could also get buffed in the future. And we do have more features planned for this plugin in the future. This plugin has been so rewritten by us, well, mostly by Nivix, that we actually, the other night, he actually asked me to send him the original just so we could side-by-side compare them, like in a compare tool. And it's a totally different plugin now. It's not even the same plugin anymore. It's completely changed. So we've really done a lot of work on this. Let me move over to the Real Dog spreadsheet here. Actually, there's a lot of this stuff you don't even really need, but just for transparency, here you go. Like that's the current XP ladder right there. Mel, what did Mel say he had experience-wise? I already lost it there. He's got, well, hell, Trouble's got 14.1 million. He's at level 169. So scrolling down, 14.1 million. He'd be level 229 right now, so that's almost double. You know, that's a lot more. That's, what is that, like 35, 40% more? That's a huge difference. So the experience ladder is already way buffed up. And these guys still, you're level what, 169 Trouble? So that still puts you higher than any Z level has ever obtained in our history. And that's on the old numbers. You're not even leveling on these new numbers. So we definitely think it's fair. These are all your
The
skills.
other thing too,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing too, folks. Just people are looking at this and going, "Well, I don't know." Play with it, see what happens. Try it out, test it, break it. Tell us you broke it, so we can fix it.
Actually, speaking of that, Trouble, aren't you? And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Aren't you the one that literally joined as a tester because you thought you were gonna hate this shit? Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I swear that was you. Yeah. So Trouble joined thinking this was bullshit. Like, honestly, he joined the tester group just so he could have an inside room to bitch at me for. And as far as I know, you're enjoying it, right, Trouble? Like, you liking this? It's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, if you could level twice as fast, like the new sheet is showing, but even at your slow levels, I mean, it's pretty fun stuff. So there's your skill. I don't have to explain all these again. We've already done that in one meeting. This is some of the stats I worked on. The only reason I'm even bringing this page up, I've already gone over this before. This is a lot of the stuff where we worked on just different stats and how we wanted things to be. Setting our end goals. Like right here at the bottom, you can see where I have that's the 137 that I want you to be able to obtain in an average wipe or average force wipe. And you can see right there, it's already equivalent to a Z level of 75, which is 10 points higher than anyone has ever obtained. You can see all kinds of stats here. These are all live. They're all being fed from our testers. The reason I'm even showing you this right now is for this right here, though. Because even some testers were confused about this. And even I was confused because, in theory, it sounds like the testers were right when they were saying, hey, but that kind of sucks because of this. And I was like, you're right. You might be right. And then I started actually doing the data and crunching the numbers. And honestly, myself and the testers were wrong about this. And they'll vouch for you now that it's accurate. And what that is the part I just highlighted. So in this plugin, the power tools have a negative modifier. They have a negative modifier to where they don't give as much yield, as much experience, or as much ability. I call it proc chance with abilities. Like, there's an ability, a chance to instantly smelt, the ore as you're mining it. That's a proc chance. How if you have a 20% chance per hit of that happening, that's a 20% proc chance. And so the power tools have a negative modifier on a lot of those things. And the reason they do is because they hit so many more times than the other tools do. If something has a 20% chance with a jackhammer and has a 20% chance with a stone pickaxe, obviously the jackhammer is going to hit that node a hell of a lot more times than the pickaxe will, which means that 20% now is going to happen a lot more frequently, which is unbalanced. So the negative modifier brings the power tool down to be on par with the other tools, to be more realistic. Now, with the modifier the way it's set right now, and it's actually even been lowered a little bit since we started testing, myself included, when I was playtesting, I was running around with a salvaged salvaged ice pick the whole time because I believed what the testers believed. I'm like, well, shit, the power tools have such a negative modifier. It'd be smart of me to use the salvaged pickaxe instead, so I have a better chance of, getting more experience and getting more procs on my skills. We were dead wrong. We were absolutely dead wrong. As you can see with this chart right here, we went in game and we literally did each one of these actions with each one of these tools and recorded every bit of data that happened. And as you can see here, the green is good, the red is bad. The power tools greatly outperform every other tool. Obviously, the end proc per minute, the second from the right there, end proc per minute, those are the skills that only happen when you finish a node. Like there's one that like instantly spawn a new node in its place. That's what's called an end proc. It only happens at the end. That's the only time that another tool had a higher than a power tool. And that obviously because, But as you can see, it's still a pretty close race. And then, of course, experience earned is a little less with the power tools. That's the trade-off on them being so much better on everything else. But if you go over to the experience earned per minute instead of per second, the power tools are actually better then. And the reason that is when you're mining a tree or a node, you actually get a bonus of experience at the end when you finish it. I think it's like, 10 experience per hit, and then well, hell, I can look. Right here, node hit, 20 per hit, and then 100 on the final hit. So you get a bonus to the experience on the final hit. So that's why the per minute stats are better for power tools, because you're completing nodes quicker and moving on to the next node. So even then, power tools are supreme, because like I said, you're moving on to the next node quicker. So I just want to show you guys that. That way, it took a lot of data crunching and a lot of explaining and discussion with my testers to actually figure out that power tools still were supreme, which is a good thing. You guys love your power tools. I don't want them to be totally useless now and have everybody screaming at me. So there's the data. Power tools are good. And I'm missing all this stuff in chat, by the way. I know you guys are probably talking about stuff I'm talking about, so please ask these questions at the end for me. I am not noticing a lot of them. So the next thing to touch on, I'm losing my place here. Touched on the power tools. Oh, okay. The things that are going to change. So for those who did not read this channel up here, am I in the right Discord? Yes, I am. Okay. For those who did not read this channel right here, as you can see from the pretty little icons and all this stuff here, I worked really hard on this channel so that I would not have to keep re-explaining myself over and over again, which we as an admin team already know that's going to happen. We're going to have to re-explain stuff over and over. I definitely ask that you players help with that, and the testers especially help answer questions in chat, because they're coming. And somebody's going to log in next week for the first time in 6 months and be like, what the fuck? So try to direct them to this channel if you can. If not, just try to answer their question. But here's the part I'm trying to touch on right now with you guys, just in case you didn't read this channel like a lot of people didn't. What's going to change? Obviously, Z levels are being completely removed. We just touched on that. Instant craft. So as I explained last meeting, and everybody, this is before we even voted to go ahead with this plugin. I explained all this stuff, and you guys were cool with that. Instant craft is not going to be in effect for certain top tier items. Rockets, C4, medkits, just, handful of top tier items. You probably saw me arguing in general Discord earlier with somebody about that. I went ahead and crunched the math for him during that debate. The total items that are going to be affected by this total out to 2% of the items in Rust. So 2% of the items in Rust are not going to be instant craft anymore. The other 98% still will be, and that's only if you don't choose the skill. There are skills in the skill tree, which let me go ahead and start logging in while I'm talking. There are skills in the skill tree that reduce craft time. If you max that skill out, your craft time gets reduced by 100%. So technically, everything can be instant craft. You just got to get a skill. And the reason we did it that way is because, you got to have a reason for the skills. I mean, there's a whole crafting tree, and half the skills would be useless if we didn't, do that kind of stuff. So, and not only that, but I mean, I think some players were confused. I know the guy earlier was, and he was, by the way, when I say arguing and debating with him, he was being very cool about it. We just talking. I'm definitely not insulting the player. He was very cordial and mature about the debate we had about this. But you don't have to stand in front of your bench when you craft stuff. You can go to your bench, queue up, 10,000 gunpowder, and just go about your business and go do whatever else you were planning on doing, and this shit will keep crafting. Whether it's got full craft time or craft time reduction from the skills, you can just go on and do your own thing. It's not like you got to stand there for 4 hours while you craft rockets and stuff. You can still go around and do other stuff. They'll just be plopping into your inventory as you're doing other things. So it's not really that big of a deal. And again, what's funny is our testers, they didn't even get to really use that ability because I would have had to turn it off for the whole server. So the next thing that's going to change, that's going to raise some eyebrows, is the no durability. Basically the same scenario as the crafting. There's a few items that have skills that reduce the durability hit on those items. So obviously we have to turn off no durability for those items, otherwise that would be a pointless skill. Now, those items are literally just tools and primitive weapons. That's it. Tools, bows, spears, and like a bone club. Let's see the nudes. So that's it. And again, there's skills that reduce those durability hits all the way up to 100%, which puts them back at no durability again. Fair trade-off in my eyes. The main point I was trying to make with the player I was debating about this with earlier was... Oops, I already closed that other sheet. Well, here I have a list in general while we were talking about it earlier, I guess. But you get so many... Sorry, I can't hit my push to talk and do something else at the same time. You get so many extra things that you don't normally have in Rust. So right there, that entire list are all the new abilities that you're going to get, you know, if you pick them, but those are all the new abilities that are going to be available to you with the skill set. That's a lot of cool abilities. For the fact that now your tools and your spears will have durability unless you pick that skill. Or, you know, your rockets, you know, may take a little longer to craft while you're running around doing other things than they used to. That's the trade-off. So you're not even losing, because if you pick the skill, they go back to normal anyway. But, you know, for the sake of argument, you're losing two cool things, you know, instant crafting rockets and your tools not wearing down. You're missing those two cool things to gain all these things. And I don't know if you guys have read this list, but there's some pretty cool freaking things. For the person in my stream that just asked about our Discord, it's really easy. Discord.gg/zombieland. The fact that, you know, like I said, you're getting all these new abilities just to lose a couple of things, you know, if you don't pick those skills, I think that's a fair trade-off. I mean, some of these are nasty. You got PvP bonuses. You got stuff in here that refunds you your materials when you craft stuff, when you research stuff. You got an ability, I think it's cool as shit, especially in testing. Every bullet you fire, you have a chance to get refunded that bullet. Like, that's nasty. You'd be surprised how many times that shit procs. It's pretty cool. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here as a trade-off. So honestly, that's just my answer to that argument. And we know people are still going to bitch about it. Does this affect VIP? I don't know what you mean by that question. If you mean the no durability of veterans, then yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, because nobody else has no durability except veterans. And again, it's just the tools and just the primitive weapons. Those are the only two things affected by the durability. And there's tons of stuff in there for everyone. You got, and honestly, anyone that has an issue and thinks that this is bullshit, like, oh, this is bullshit, they're taking away those two things from me, and I really like that. That's the only reason I play this server is for, you know, instant craft C4. Talk to our testers, please. I promise you, a couple of our testers joined this test thinking this was horseshit and that they were going to prove to me that it was horseshit, so we wouldn't go through with this, and now they love it. So just, you know, talk to the testers, and yeah, Enrique, I plan on touching on the respec. Talk to the testers. They'll vouch for it. It's really cool. No, we have not talked about RP store changes. There really aren't any to talk about. And we are doing a question and answer thing at the end here for you guys to ask me questions. So anyway, so that's that. I'm going to touch on the respec thing, and then admins, while I'm touching on respec and testers too, brainstorm. You know, you guys have been doing this for a month now. Brainstorm and let me know anything you think I might have forgotten to mention to these people. While I got so many ears right now, we got 90 people on the stream. We got, you know, 76 in Discord. So if you guys can brainstorm anything I might want to mention after I'm done with this respec. So the way respec works. Let me get in the game here. There's a little admin hideout down here. Oh, hold on, I got business to take care of. Okay, so, oh, hold on. Okay, anyway, so when you go to respec, here's the skill tree for those who haven't seen it before. I know we showed all this last white, but here it is. You can go through all these skills, and they've got different tiers. You can pick your skill. You can click on a skill, it tells you what it does. There's one of the crafting speed ones. You hit level up, and boom, it puts a level in it. The cool thing is over here on the right, I don't know, yeah, you guys can see my mouse in the stream, cool. On the right here, it shows you all your buffs. So as you level and start leveling up other stuff, you'll have a whole list of shit here that tells you all the cool things that you have going on right now with you. The respec is right here. So the respec cost is per skill point spent. And I explained this in great detail last meeting, so I'm not going to go as great detail this time, but let me just tell you why it's so expensive. And it is expensive. we are not trying to have players be able to, we want respecking to be literally like a holy shit, I'm desperate, I can only afford to do this one time this wipe type thing. Like, we don't want you respecking, honestly. Yes, it's available, and yes, we're allowing it to happen. We want it to be a painful thing to go through, because there's so many ways to abuse this plugin and this system. You know, spend the first wipe specking all mining and harvesting, get all your shit farmed up and all your research done. Then you respec. Then you spend the second wipe, you know, just with nodes, so you can build a giant castle. Then you respec. Then you spend the final wipe of the force wipe. You know, you've already got all your research done because you spec'd in all the research stuff. You already got your bases, you know, all your farm done. You now the last wipe you want to respec again, and now you want to go straight combat and PvP and medical stuff, so that you can kick everybody's ass on PvP day. Like, that's kind of abusing the system and not really fair. And that's not how we wanted this to be played. We wanted you to put thought into this and really spec your character for the long haul. We want you to spend the whole wipe, you know, specking your character, you know, as a hybrid. You know, if you go full mining the entire wipe because you want to hit Z level 250, which has never been hit before, you know, type thing, then you're going to be punished by that, because you're not going to get all the other cool skills that other people are getting to use because you wasted all your skill points there, and it's so expensive to respec. So respecking is expensive. Right now the cost is set at paper, and it is per skill point spent. So if you spend, you know, 20 skill points, it's going to be 20 times the cost. And that's just how it is. Veterans do get a reduced cost. Their respec cost is less per skill point. I know I mentioned this last meeting, by the way, just a side note. Veterans also get bonuses to their experience earned. I swear there's a couple other things veterans get from this too, and if I'm forgetting something, somebody can remind me. But veterans do get a lot of perks with this plugin. And keep in mind, that's all veterans. Playtime, Vet Gold, top voter, top donator, because they technically inherit the same perks as veterans. So anybody veteran and above, you guys get a lot of cool bonuses with this plugin. And including cheaper respec costs. Now, we are doing one cool thing. I have programmed our store, zombieland.io, you know, the store you guys can buy buffs and ranks and shit. I've programmed in the store a package that shows up every month from the 12th to the 15th. So at 12:05 a.m. on the 12th of the month, all the way until 11:55 p.m. on the 14th of the month, it will be in the store, and it is free. $0.00. And it is a free respec. And that's going to happen every single month. So every single month, again, I know I'm repeating myself, from the 12th to the 14th, you get one free respec in the store. The reason we had to do it in the store, I know that's kind of cheesy, like what the fuck, you making us go to your store? I didn't have any other way to program something with timing like that, where I could limit it to certain dates and I could limit it to a certain amount of uses. I didn't have any other way to do that. Man, you can ask the testers. We brainstormed that shit for hours. We tried kits. We tried all kinds of shit. Ultimately, we actually had to get Nivix to add a new command into the plugin so that we could just use the store and do it that way. So, I know, again, I'm repeating myself over and over again. I just want to make sure it's clear. The 12th to the 14th, every single month. I guess I can get rid of that announcement there, huh? The 12th to the 14th, every single month, you get a free respec. If you miss it, you're shit out of luck. That's all there is to it. It pops up on the store that morning, and it'll disappear on the store at the end of the night, that last night. You go into the store. Obviously, you have to log into the store. You literally do the whole process like you're buying something from us, except the balance is $0.00. And it's just like when you get Vet Gold, give it 5 to 10 minutes to actually kick in on the server. And it does work. I already tested it on myself. It does work. I think it sends you a message in game that you've respect or you've been refunded all your skill points or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it does. And what that does is it does not reset your level. It does not reset your experience. It does not reset anything. It just wipes all your skills that you picked and refunds all those skill points to you so you can put them elsewhere. That's all it does. So basically the same thing as hitting this button right here, except it's free. That's huge. We weren't even planning on doing that in the first place. That was actually something the testers really convinced me to do. And the reason I'm really cool with that is because, this is new. And even when it's not new, maybe you want to try something different. Maybe you've just been farming like crazy. You're like, I want to do something different. I don't want to lock you in for an entire month and have you be miserable. So I'd rather at least give you that opportunity. The reason I picked the dates I picked is I don't want it being later in the month when you're really getting bang for your buck, like the last week of the month. Like, cool, I spent the whole month, farming my ass off with these skills, and now I can respec into PvP. That's not really, that's kind of cheesing. So it's right in the middle of the month, 12th to the 14th. Let me switch back to Discord so I can see people typing. Testers, do you guys have anything that I may have forgotten to mention? I'm trying to move this along quick because I'm rambling like hell here. And I know there's going to be a lot in the Q&A section that players are going to want to ask us about this, so... Okay, cool. So nobody's got anything I forgot to mention? Admins, you guys, anything about skills I forgot to mention?
They're like really, really cool.
Hell yeah, they are. I wish you were here for the last meeting to see when I was showcasing them and like how they actually work. Like, I guess I could give myself skill points and just do it, but they're really cool. They're really cool. By the way, let me take a side topic for a second here. For 1 second. For those who don't know, or those who haven't been around our server that long, the woman you just heard speak literally killed herself for half a year on our server, making sure every map, making sure everything was just fucking flawless. I mean, and this is not throwing any other admins on our team under the bus. I mean, if it is, then I'm throwing myself under the bus too, because put me in that other group that's not her, because she killed herself for like 6 months. And the reason I'm even bringing this up, she doesn't need any props. She doesn't need any of that because she's gotten plenty of it from all of us many times. The reason I'm bringing it up is because, and whether she'll admit this or not, or whether she's going to yell at me later for bringing this up or not, that's fine. She's had this very, very guilt trip complex for the last couple months now. Hell, a lot of the admin team probably doesn't even know this. As you guys know, she's taken a leave for, like 2 months now probably. She's getting her ass kicked at work. Just real life is kicking the shit out of her. And honestly, after the end of 2021, September, October, November, December, for any veteran players, you remember those months. Those were literally nightmares. There were nights that not only Aliana, but myself too, we didn't even sleep. I mean, there were nights, it was just never ending. Face Punch was just kicking us in the ass over and over again. We died. We literally died at the end of 2021. We did so much work. So Aliana really needed to take her life back and her job back. And on top of that, I think the maternity leave and stuff at her work, where she had to take on double, triple workloads, stuff like that. The moral of the story is she's been on a break for like 2 months now. Most of you have not even seen or heard from her. We do as admins. She's always constantly, answering stuff with us and keeping in touch and helping out. She's still doing our admin training when we bring on new admins. She's doing all kinds of shit, even though I keep telling her, fuck off, take a break. You need a break. You earned a break. This woman has earned a break so valiantly. That's a big ass word I can't say. You know what I'm trying to say though. She's earned it so well. And the reason I'm bringing this up in public and probably pissing her off and embarrassing her right now is because she's had this guilty conscience for the last 2 months now of like, she feels like shit that she's taking a break. So all the players, give her some props and let her know it's okay to take a break. And that we miss her and we'll see her when she gets back from her break. So everybody give Aliana some love in the chat here. Just let her know it's cool. We forgive her for taking a break. We're glad she's taking a break. And the thing I keep telling her is I'd rather you take a long ass break than kill yourself on this server and never come back. I can sleep easy at night knowing someday we're gonna have her back, working with us hardcore. But this chick has killed herself for this server, so I hope everybody recognizes that. Back to the skills. Okay, so what was I in the middle? Okay, we did respec, we did that. Any admins have anything else that you want me to bring up with skills before we move on to the next section here? No? Going once, going twice? All right. So before we go,
read the skills, what they exactly do, because there's a lot of bonuses in a lot of them.
What happened now?
I was just gonna say, make sure you read the skills before you just start throwing points in them, because there's a lot of cool ones.
Yeah, they're insane. Some of the bonuses here, and there's so many different ways you can build your character. I mean, you really can just go totally crazy with this. So, all right, I'm gonna do the ending part of our meeting where the admins have anything they want to bring up, and then that way we can. I'm trying to speed to the Q&A because I have a feeling you guys are gonna have a lot of Q&A for us. Maybe not, but we'll see. So, any leads have anything you want to bring up?
Well, Jack's gone, and I think Nola's on mobile, and Mac's not here. So I'll just say thank you for the shout out. I hope that those of you guys who are veteran or returning players are really looking forward to this, and for new players, hopefully you'll see the effort that goes into any kind of new stuff that we put out. We put a lot of quality and testing into it. Just don't knock it before you try it. It's really easy to just walk in and say, hey, this isn't good. But remember that we balance things for wipe long play. If you are thinking I should be able to get this done in 1 or 2 days, that's just not how the ideology of our server runs. So we're aiming to have content for 30 or 31 days for anyone who wants to play that much on our server. So thank you for the shout out again. And I miss a lot of you guys, and I can't wait to get to know some of you guys as well. It's probably another 2 months out for me, but it's nice to be here. That's it.
Hell yeah. And we will be here when you're done. Nola, if you're listening, I can't find what you DM me. I'll have to deal with it later. Hopefully it's not causing any problems. Any other leads have anything they want to bring up?
They all gone.
All the fucking leads left?
I think Nola is on mobile, so I'm not sure if he can actually queue up.
Oh, he's probably kayaking down a damn river right now, making us do all this. The fuck.
Thanks, Rocket. I'll
Um,
be working.
any admins have anything you want me to bring up? Or that you want to bring up, shit? No, no,
No,
admin?
just Eliana maybe take a break.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad she's doing it. She needs it.
Yeah.
She earned it.
We appreciate you, Eliana.
Biggest concern is making sure she understands that we are not mad at her, and we cannot wait to get her back.
Az is back.
Yeah. Speaking of like some of the Aliana work, some of the stuff we've been doing. This is a good example for those watching the stream. Like, this is what we do on a map. I don't know if you guys ever realize how much detail we put into some of the stuff we do. Even bought maps, we completely revamp them from the ground up. The first thing we do is catalog all the monuments. You know, what they have, what they take, what they do, what they don't do, how difficult they are, putting notes and stuff about them like that. That's the first thing we do, and we go through there, and we literally just like rebuild all the monuments. These map makers, they're very artistic. They make very pretty maps, but they don't make very playable maps and very fun to play maps. So we go through there and do all that shit. Also, for the person who asked earlier about the RP calculations, and again, I'm just kind of rambling, showing you guys some of the behind the scenes that we're working on. That is being worked on too, as you can see with this spreadsheet. We literally have every item in the game, and it's broken down into its components. Those components' RP values are auto-calculated in. So I can tell you right now what something breaks down into, what all those different broken down components can be recycled into, and what those things sell for in the RP store, and then what the total value is, blah, blah, blah. So that's literally something we really work hard on to balance and make sure it's balanced okay. We have made some tweaks and changes to things, probably not any tweaks that you guys are hoping for. I'm not going to lie. I have no intention anytime soon of raising the RP amount that like resources sell for and stuff like that. I've already explained that numerous times, and I'll be glad to explain it again later if someone wants me to. We do have very valid reasons for that. Any admin that's been an admin here for a while, or even players that have probably been here for a while, can tell you that our economy is extremely blown out of proportion and inflated right now. It's way too easy to get RP on the server. It's way too infrequent that you spend that RP, and the numbers are soaring. When we started this server, giving somebody 100 RP would have been like a godsend. Like, they would have literally drove to your house and gave you a back rub for 100 RP. Like, that's how low value everything was back then. And it's so inflated now that if someone literally just farts and it smells good, we give them 1,000 RP. Like, it's just insane how much it's overinflated. So I definitely do not have any intentions anytime soon of raising how much RP you get for selling stuff. So just figured I'd squash that one real quick. But we did make some changes, some other things on the RP. But just showing you what goes into it. It's not, we don't just pull random numbers out of our ass and be like, hey, the player should only get 0.065. You know, like, no, we actually do hardcore calculations here on all this stuff. So just wanted to show you guys that. You fart a lot, so Bad Cheetah is going to get a lot of RP. Okay, so no admins, no leads. Got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, Maz is trying to key up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to comment on events. Just when the admins put on events, guys, if you could be just ask for a little respect on when we're doing events, like no rocket firing or guns blasting or throwing grenades or satchels and stuff like that. Please, there's a lot of work that goes into these events, And we ask just that you follow the event rules and have fun doing them. That was it. Thank you.
All right. By the way, if you do an event with Maz and you don't die, please report to me and let me know, because that is a failure.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Okay, cool. So we breezed through that. I mean, this is going to be actually a quicker meeting than I expected, depending upon the Q&A. So Mac is not here to run the Q&A like he normally does.
I can do it.
Okay, you want to do the Q&A stage thing? Okay.
Sure.
So
I got
the
it.
way the Q&A works is... Shit, I'm not sure. Isn't there a...
Yeah, so there's a button on the bottom. If you click into the actual server meeting channel, there's a button to raise your hand. And once you've raised your hand, we can call on you and we'll enable your ability to cue your mic up. And I will just ask, you know, this is a platform. We've got something like 90 people here. Be respectful of people's time. As much as we do want to talk individually with everybody, there's a lot of people here who probably don't need to know about your individual issue unless
honestly,
it's a broader scale thing.
On that same note, since this is such a major thing, Bailey, I still can't play with you, bud. Since this is such a major thing that we're doing, I'm going to leave myself wide ass open for the next couple of days to all of you. If you need to ping me in Discord while you're in general chat asking whatever it may be, or if you want to put a support ticket in because you really want to discuss something but you don't want it in front of the whole world, for the rest of this week, I'm giving you guys all access to, you know, I'm not going to yell at you for DMing me. I'm not going to yell at you for pinging me. I'm not going to yell at you for putting in stupid support tickets. Wide ass open. All right. Whatever you guys got to do for the rest of this week, I literally want to be there for you. So like Aliana just said, if it's going to be something drawn out or lengthy, feel free to just save it for later and talk to me about it. I want to be there for you guys. This is a really cool project, and I want you guys to be happy and enjoy this.
All right, first up is going to be Melgrath. Melgrath, you have been invited to speak. I think you need to accept it on your end before you can actually talk. Oh yeah, there you are. You are currently muted out though.
There we go. Okay. Mine's not really a question. Just as one of the testers, I just wanted to throw out there that don't get stuck on the mining trees, the wood cutting trees, things like that. Like, please experiment. There's some really fun trees. The scavenging, the combat, even harvesting. There's some cool stuff in there. So don't get stuck on, hey, I need to get more sulfur per node or anything like that. Like, please branch out. There's a lot of cool stuff. Don't sell them short. Give it a go. The first month especially, there's going to be so much to learn and to figure out what you like for a given play style. Just that's really it.
By the way, while Mel's in here and able to talk, I guess you, since you were pretty much the most active tester, all you testers okay with me leaving you guys, you know, out there in the open for players to come to you about stuff if they have questions or want advice on stuff? You guys cool with that? Okay. So there
Definitely.
You've heard it out loud there. You see these guys in green typing in the channel right now. They got that little symbol. That, believe it or not, that little symbol is actually a guy sitting at a computer. Those are our testers. You see those little flags next to the little color in the flag next to their name there? Feel free to contact them and talk to them, because these people, man, they probably know more about this plugin than I do now. So cool.
Cool. Thanks, Mel. Do you have anything else to say? Can I call you Mel? That's what
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna call
Yeah.
you. Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Cool.
That's it. Just play around, have fun. Don't get stuck into one thing. If you're gonna do meme wipes, the trees make it so much easier to do meme wipes. So have at it, have fun.
Cool. Thank you so much. I don't know how to not let you speak anymore, so I'm just gonna pick up Gavin next while I figure that out. All right, Gavin, you should be able to talk now. You gotta accept the request. Oh, I see. Maybe it only just lets one person at a time. That's nice.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
So about the Z levels, because I know now when you die, you lose them. Is that going to continue on with the new levels, or?
Oh, you know what? That's a great question, and it's one of the things that the testers should have brought up when I said, did I forget to mention anything?
AT, you forgot to mention about the dying and stuff.
So there's good news and bad news. The bad news is, yes, there is a death penalty with this plugin. The good news is it was real fucked up with the original plugin, but like I said, we recoded most of the plugin and we changed it. So the way it originally worked was you lost a set amount of experience, period, when you died. It was like 10K. So if you're if you're level 5, every time you die, basically, you're getting reset back to the beginning of level 5. You know, but then again, if you're level 200, then that 10k is like a drop in the bucket, which is freaking dumb. So we recoded it to be percentage based, and also to where you can never drop down a level. So the way it works right now, and again, like I said, with everything with this plugin, you know, we got 2 months of data here, so we're pretty confident in our settings. But hey, if things are real shitty or real good, you know, we may nerf them or we may buff them, whatever. But right now, the way it's set is you lose a percentage of experience. I think it's set at 15% of the. Now you have to understand, it's 15% of the level experience required to the next level. In other words, if you've got 1,000,000 experience, you're not losing 15% of 1,000,000. You know, if you're losing it, let me pull up that damn sheet again. I should have left it up. So let's say you've got 1,000,000 experience and it's going to take you 10,000 experience to get to the next level. You're only going to lose the 15% of that 10,000. You're not going to lose, you know, 15% of the million. On top of that, veterans, that's another perk I forgot to mention. Veterans have a lower death penalty percentage than regular players do. So that's another perk. And again, all veterans, playtime included. But yeah, you lose a percentage of the current required experience to get to the next level. It will never drop you below your level. It will always keep you 1 experience point above that level. So honestly, if you die a bunch of times, you can just keep dying at that point because you're not going to drop a level. In the future, we do plan on having Nivix add in the ability to almost like have a cooldown on it, like we did with Z levels, stuff like that. You know, we have to pay Nivix for every single one of these things we do, so you know we got to space these things out and stuff like that. But yes, you do lose experience when you die. There currently is not a grace period like there is with Z levels, but you cannot drop down a level, which you could with Z levels. So at least there's that. That kind of is a fair trade-off there.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, next up is USO Bubba. You have been invited to speak.
All right. So, with the skin box, is there any way that you can minimize the lag with it? Do you have any tips or tricks that you guys have to lower that issue with the people who have worse internet?
Stop skinning shit. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't skin them. It's like flying around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been told that there's a way to cap the internal download from somebody. I've never taken the time to research it because I regret to say it's never been a problem for me, but I think that there's a way within your Rust settings to turn that down. I know you can turn off like signs. I don't know if it applies necessarily to skins.
I think there is like there is like an F1 thing. Believe it or not, there's a lot of F1 commands that even players can do on themselves, like with their settings and shit. We'll have to Google that. Maybe we can post that like in our FAQ or section of Discord here for. That's actually a good ass question. Let me jot that down. I'll research that, and if I can find it, I'll put it in our FAQ for you guys. But I'm pretty sure she's right that there is some kind of setting where you can like limit Rust to not download so many skins at once type thing.
Okay, I appreciate that. It's been an issue for the past month, so I wanted to make sure I got that taken care of.
Yep, it's it's another one of them things we keep asking players like, hey, you know, chill out with all that stuff. You're killing other players, but they don't. Some people got really good systems and they don't care.
Alright, understandable.
Yeah, great question, man. I'll get on that for you. I already wrote it down.
Alright, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Well, don't wait for me to ask. Make sure you're getting queued up. Next up is going to be Pharaoh Tech.
Just in that last comment, somebody posted in-game graphic item skin faults.
Oh, right there.
Oh man, that was super fast.
If you look at the in-game chat, it should be there.
Yeah, I see it right there.
I think
Mackie.
I said it wrong.
But if you do false, that's probably going to turn off all skins, right?
Yes, that would turn off all skins. It means it wouldn't resolve a skin. You'd only see the original piece.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that's kind of a solution, but we'll still keep looking to see if we can find the a way to limit the downloads.
That would have helped when we.
Yeah,
That would have helped.
Yeah, appreciate that one, Mackie. That's a good one.
Sorry, Crow. Sorry.
That would have helped when we had to do the whole nuking because of that one skin.
I have posted in the meeting channel, so everyone should have that.
Real quick, I see Bed05 asking in chat there. most players on our servers, they grind a lot of their shit down at the end of the wipe and sell it for RP because RP never wipes, and you can sell resources in the /s store for RP. That's why players are so rich. And even raiders. I mean, people, they'll raid all day on PvP day, and when they raid someone's base, they'll grind that shit down and sell that for RP. So that's how people make a lot of RP. And you know, raid bases too and stuff like that.
Jonah, to answer that question, Jonah asked, would it make our life easier if you move from 1 to 2? Yes, if you don't have a preference. 1 tends to be where people who are new go because it has the higher population, but it also ends up being much laggier. So we often tell people move to 2 if you're having computer performance issues, and you know, especially for like really busy times, we'll see queues pop up, and you obviously don't want to run into that situation.
So what, and Aliana, you don't know this is the only reason I'm interrupting you, is I think we're pretty much, I think I talked about this with Drac, I think we're pretty much going to make the whole transfer from main 1 to main 2 thing a permanent offer for everybody. Because, you know, it's main 1, like she said, is always the one that gets all the new players, so it's always full, period, no matter how many people we transfer. So, yeah, if anyone, again, we've been offering this for almost a year now. If anyone wants to transfer from main 1 to main 2, we can send your RP. We can send your Z levels. We cannot send blueprints. I've had someone ask me that before. It's just physically impossible. All blueprints for the entire server are saved in one core file. I can't just move that file. You know, so it'll wipe everybody else's blueprints if I did. So we can send your RP. We can send your Z levels, or technically, I guess after Thursday, we can send your skill levels. But what was I gonna say? Oh, and we can send your if you have vet gold, we can transfer that too. We cannot transfer playtime ranks. The only reason I can do vet gold ones is because, you know, those ignore wipes, so I'm able to do that. But playtime ones, they're saved differently than those, so I can't do playtime ones. So just so it's out there, everybody. Yes, we're still offering main 1 to main 2 transfers, and I think it's probably going to be permanent unless main 2 starts getting so full that it's, you know, getting stupid, and then we're going to shut that off because I don't want to harm the main 2 players that went over there to get away from the crowd. So if I start to see the pop get too bad, then I'll have to stop that deal.
All right. Any other questions, guys?
Yep. Anybody? Nobody? That's it.
Easy enough.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are ready for this new system on Thursday. I really expected a lot more questions than that, so that's makes my life easier. It makes me sleep better at night, I guess.
Or worse.
Or worse.
Yeah.
Right. I guess I need to switch over to the test server and show a new map here, huh?
We have a new question.
Okay, that's fine.
That name is just too long to call you out, but you're ready to talk.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question. So, how does voting would account to this new system?
So all the same stuff as before with voting. Like, I didn't get rid of anything that voting gave you, but I added XP, which is experience, obviously. I added XP to every voting tier. And it's just like RP, where it gets bigger and bigger as the tiers go on. And then I think, man, maybe Mel or somebody in chat can tell me, but I mean, when you get higher up in the votes, man, I mean, you get tens and tens of thousands of experience points just for one vote. Again, I don't vote. Admins aren't allowed to achieve top voter, so I don't really vote. But you definitely get a shit ton by the end. And also on the milestone votes, which are the ones that, like, you know, I think right now they give you like a clatter helmet and like 5, 10, 20, whatever. The milestone votes, you actually get skill points also, and on top of all the other stuff.
I see. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And we are working on adding experience and stuff to trivia too, actually. But it's going to take a little more coding to get that in there. So.
Grisada wants to know if champion rank will award additional perks.
Not at the moment. We don't have any ideas actually of what else to award. I mean. There's
in the store and regular perks at work, so they can't use their mic.
Yeah, Champion right now, they do have their own tab in the /s store, which is a new thing, by the way. I don't know how many people realize that, but I added new tabs in the /s store for ranks where they have little special things they can get. Yes, some of those items are pretty expensive, but that's on purpose. We're trying to burn people's out. Oh, hey, this is what happens when you log into our test server.
How many? Oh, zombies this time.
Yeah, usually it's a bunch of bears. Yeah,
Let's
usually
get
it's
a
bears.
count.
Um,
I've got the record with 14 bears.
yeah. So but yeah, those things are expensive on purpose. Some of those items because they're just novelty things anyway, and we're just trying to burn RP because there's some really rich people on our servers with RP. Like really rich. Man, we need to nerf nodes on this map, Nola. Okay.
Any other requests? And we got that egg business all taken care of, yeah? Not egg, but prize.
Oh,
Available
the prizes for what?
Did you guys already distribute that?
Oh no, hell no. For the meeting, no.
Oh, okay.
We gotta get admins on main 1 and main 2. At least we only have 2 servers to do it on now.
We already have people on one ready to go.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm connecting to one right now.
Do have a new request to speak from Gavin, so I'm gonna
Yep, you're
cue
fine.
him in.
Hello?
Hello?
So sometimes, like, when I log off on the 2nd floor of my base, and then when I get back up, I glitch through the floor and I have to relog. Is that, like, a computer issue, or would that be a server issue?
That's definitely a Rust issue. And nothing we can control from the server.
Okay.
Rust doesn't,
Maybe try logging out like on your bed or something like that to kind of prop you up a little bit.
Rust doesn't operate well with half walls. If you're having issues like that, it could be because you're in a half wall situation or clipped under something. Like if you're crouching to get under something before you log out, that could be why.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I'm on the map right now, you guys. If anybody still has questions, then feel free to queue up for the question. For those who are not, get on your respective servers and go to town and line up in front of your admin that's there. I always forget this every wipe. What do we do, like rockets and paper or something?
Yep, 50 rockets, 50 paper.
Yeah, you get one or the other. So 50 rockets or 50 paper.
Hey, T.
Yes.
Are we keeping skills enabled during PvP days?
Yes.
So like if somebody specs on in a full out PvP build, they can take advantage of that?
Absolutely. And yes, there are, to those who are listening, there are PvP skills that are pretty cool. Reduced damage, chance to crit somebody when you hit them. There's also vice versa. I mean, there's all kinds of cool PvP skills, so absolutely.
Zorlok asked if we can make it so tier 3 blueprints can be crafted throughout the base. That's something that is kind of one of our back burner tabled things that we've been looking at as far as like base-wide crafting. I don't know where we currently stand on that, but it is something that I know that we've put some time into trying to see if we can do.
Yeah, we've been looking at that. Actually, yeah, we brought that up a couple months ago. I think you did actually, Eliana. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're looking at it. It's definitely something we want to do. So it's not a no, that's for sure. As
It's
you
a
can
goal,
see,
but we're not there.
Yeah, we just kind of had more pressing things to deal with at the time. But yeah, that's definitely in the works.
Yeah, I know there's a plugin for it, but it's too heavy.
Yeah. So for like I said, line up at town on your server. You only get one or the other for the 2 prize types. Just get a single file line. When you get up to the admin, tell him which one you want, rockets or paper. He'll throw them at your feet, take them, and leave at that point so that things don't get confusing for the admin that is giving out the gifts. For everybody else that wants to see the new map, I am streaming it right now. I'm just kind of flying around in a minicopter, taking my time until the admins let me know that they've given out all the prizes. That way people who want to see the map but still want their prizes don't miss out on seeing the map. Once all the prizes have been given out, I'll speed up my tour a little bit and actually zoom around the map quicker and show you some stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna... What the hell is my dog doing over there? You guys seeing this? Yeah. I'm just gonna take my time going around the map while they give out the prizes. And I think Bailey just had a seizure, but he knows I'm talking about him, so now he's staring at me weirdly.
Grisada, to answer your question about allowing water pumps to go in places where they normally would not, anything that's like that would require another plugin. We're typically not in the habit of adding plugins just for niche QOL things. So that would be something that probably T would decline, but we review suggestions as time permits and with the skill ramp up and whatnot. A lot of times we use that channel as kind of like a workflow of things we can work towards if we have time, when we have time. I don't want to speak on your behalf, T, for that, but that's my assumption of what you'd say there.
Yep. Yeah, you're usually the person that handles all the suggestions anyway. Speaking of which, Suggestion Bot is down. I posted a direct link to the Suggestion Bot Discord and what they said about it and why it's down and blah, blah, blah. There's nothing I can do about it. In the meantime, just hold your suggestions for server meetings. Honestly, you know, it's okay to hold on to it for the whole month anyway. We don't get to the suggestions that quickly because we're too busy working on all these other things. So if you have suggestions, I mean, you know, pile them up, and then when the server meeting comes and we do the Q&A, pop your suggestion in there until that bot gets fixed.
Last chance for spoken questions. I'm about to close the audience. Alrighty. You can still type. I'll be.
So if anybody's watching my stream and this dog, what he's doing right now, he literally does all day at work. He just sits there and stares at me all day. Or he'll try to play footsie with me. Like he'll paw at my foot until I play with him.
Thanks to the admins who are handling out the prizes. I appreciate you guys doing that.
I'm not going to be showing too many inside details on this map because we actually have a lot of work to still do on this. We are extremely behind on this map right now. Oh, but I did, so there's 2 new types of custom build spots that I've been putting out. You guys know about the iceberg rings I've been putting out there. Those are kind of like my get the clans with the giant compounds off the mainland spots. So, you know, if you're a solo player and you see one of those big iceberg rings, please don't take it to yourself, like, and block the whole thing off. It really helps the entire server if we can get these clans to get the hell off the mainland. So that's kind of why I put those iceberg rings there. But I do have some of these other cool ones now. I'm going to start putting these on every map too, because anything I do on the water is extremely easy to do from a map standpoint. Like, it takes me nothing to put these out. You know, obviously I can't just put 100 of them out there. I got to worry about the entity counts, but this is a new custom build spot that I'm starting to put on all the maps now. This thing that you see me flying over right here. Got its own helipad and everything. Kind of cool though. Pretty low in entities too. I think it's only like 47 or some shit like that. I don't know.
Last call on main 1 for prizes.
I'm not sure which server USO Bubba plays on, but they had some DC issues while trying to connect, so just calling that out. I don't know if Discord name is the same or anything.
Yeah, we definitely got nerf nodes on this map.
Okay, Bubba's good to go.
Awesome. So prizes are all done everywhere?
A lot of fireworks going off at main 2.
Cool. So server meeting wise, that is the end of the meeting. Thank you all for coming. I really hope you guys enjoy the new skill system. There's no exaggeration how much work we've put into that, and we really think you're gonna like it. Like, we're really liking it. We really think you're gonna like it. Thanks for coming to the meeting. I'm gonna keep streaming this map for a little bit longer, so if you guys want to stick around in the stream and in Discord here, I'll stay here. But otherwise, everybody is free to go as you wish. And I am watching my stream chat, so if anybody has any questions, that's the only chat I can see right now, actually, is my stream one. He is resting his chin on my ankle right now, just waiting for me to pet him. Hey, what's going on, Grim? Yes, the entity issue is the cause of no murder train. Well, I mean, not only that, but the plugin itself is just, I hate to be mean to the developer, but it's just a laggy piece of shit. Like, that plugin caused so many errors and so many issues. Oh my god, it was a nightmare.
Oh, I see what you're asking, Fatal. My bad. Fatal's wondering if you wouldn't mind showing the map overlay.
You mean the
There you
actual
go.
map?
Yeah.
Yeah. The skill tree is there's actually like 4 different commands that I've put in there that you can use to open it. If you look in that channel in Discord called skills or whatever, skills tree, I forgot what I named it. I can't tab in there right now while I'm flying, but it's got all the commands. I even put a table of contents up top, so you can just click a link and go to that section. But all the commands should be listed in there. I even switched. I even added a /PC command to show the leaderboards, since you guys were kind of used to using /PC for that kind of stuff.
Skills system.
Yeah, skills system is the channel name. Thank you.
To show the skill tree, you can do /st/skill tree/skills.
Yeah, there's a bunch of commands. There's also commands in there, by the way, to move your experience bar around on your screen if you want it somewhere else. It's been kind of glitchy. Like sometimes other people moving theirs like can affect yours the next time you log in and stuff like that. It's weird. I'm actually trying to get Nivix to look at that tomorrow for us. There's 2 little quirky bugs I need him to fix, and I think we're going to try to get together tomorrow. Maybe even tonight, honestly. He told me if I hit him up tonight, we might be able to. So that's one of them. Yeah, and then there's other commands too that you can like hide. You can hide the amount of experience, like you know when you kill something or you do something, it pops up the experience like on your screen right there, how much you earned. There's a command to get rid of that. There's a command to toggle off your title, your level title, if you don't want people seeing what level you are. I've never even tried that. I don't even know if that works, but honestly, just never tested it. There's a command to hide your experience bar completely if you don't want to see it. There's all kinds of commands. The HUD, yes, you can move that. That's what I'm talking about, the XP bar. If you're talking about the big HUD, like the actual skill tree thing, no, you can't move that. But you can move the experience bar. Which, do I even have that on this test server? No, I do not. So much for that. If you guys like, since the meeting was so quick, whoever's left in the stream here or whoever's left in Discord here, if you guys like, I can jump on the other test server and just give myself a shit ton of skill points and show you guys how some of the skills work. I've got time. I got like another hour. I usually section off till 10 p.m. my time for these meetings, so I'll be more than happy to if we got a chunk of people that are going to stick around and want me to show that stuff. Matter of fact, I'll speed up the map tour and go do that if you guys would like.
It just really expands what the game of Rust can be.
Yeah, it's insane. It's one of the reasons I'm offering that. It's insane. It sounds so iffy, you know, when you're describing it, but once you start using it and playing with it, it's really cool. Especially all the changes we've made to it. It's just insane. God, I remember the vanilla plugin like this. Like you didn't even get like half the boxes, like half the crates in the game don't even give you experience. Like they just weren't even in the plugin. Like what the fuck? Like there were so many things wrong. They just didn't even work at all. And then some of the skills just flat out did not work. Period. And I mean we did so much recoding of this plugin to get everything working right. It was really, pardon my language, it was really fucked up when we got it. I almost just abandoned the project because so much shit was not working. But we got it all fixed up. No, we definitely gotta do something with that volcano. So disappointing.
Oh man.
Oh wait, I was supposed to get rid of this wall, wasn't I? Oh wait, no, I did. I got rid of the other one. I forgot this one.
You mean Loot Mountain?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of this lag wall here.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, I got rid of one. I forgot this one. My bad, dude. Oh god. Oh look, there's a zombie horde down there. Speaking of which, zombie hordes will no longer chase animals come Thursday. They definitely have a taste for animals, don't they?
So deers will no longer save you.
Yep, that's exactly why we're doing it.
Love it.
They no longer get saved by deer.
See, I used to be so paranoid a deer would run past me, and I'd immediately do a 180, you know, figuring there's a horde behind it.
Yeah. Now if you hear a horde, you know you're in deep shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me jump off this mini so I can fly quicker. Oh,
They're
God,
running, somebody's gonna die.
We gotta fix the splat too, man. This looks terrible. Drive me nuts. Oh yeah, Beetle wanted to see the map. Sorry. By the way, you players will be very proud of me. I've already bragged about this once. I'm gonna brag about it again. Town happened to be right next to Outpost. I mean, right next to it, like touching each other almost. And it was an all-night project. I picked up the Outpost literally and remade it somewhere else just so you guys could have your spread out warp points. No, this is not Romulus. This is the new map. Romulus is actually not new. We've already, well, every time we rerun one of our maps that we've done, we always make changes and add new stuff to it. So technically there is a lot of new stuff on Romulus, but Romulus has actually already been run before by us. This is a brand new map that we've never run before and still needs a ton of work. I am not happy about some of the stuff I'm seeing. I'm trying to speed up my overview here so that I can move on to showing you guys the skills.
All those islands. Looks like a lot of bridges going to be built. Warning, Drac.
Yeah, Romulus. So Cyber, Romulus is the next map. This is the next new map. So we never run a new map on Force Wipe because Face Punch literally punches us in the face and breaks everything on Force Wipe. So running a new map, and not only that, but on Force Wipe, players, honestly, they don't want to explore. They just want to farm like mad. So we never run new maps on Force Wipe because so much shit breaks and players are just hell-bent on farming that they don't take the time to stop and smell the roses. So we always run new maps on the second wipe, which is when players are more keen to get out there and explore. We've already fixed all the shit that Face Punch broke, stuff like that. So this is what's coming on. Oh, I haven't posted the wipe schedule yet, but I can go ahead and tell you guys. It's right here on my calendar. The second wipe of the month will be June 14th. We have a little bit long of wipes this month. I had two things. I have my folks coming in town for Father's Day weekend, and I'd like to spend some time with them. And then the following week on the 24th is my birthday, and no offense, I don't really feel like doing server shit around my birthday. So there's two things I was trying to maneuver around with the wipes this month. So we got a little bit longer wipes. The first one is on the 14th, and then the second one is on the 25th, which is still a day after my birthday, but whatever. And that's it. And then the next one will be the Force Wipe.
Yeah, and the wipe schedule, I think it's 35 days.
Yeah, this is a huge wipe schedule. It's 35 days long. So you guys get plenty of time to level up them skills.
I love those rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, they can be awesome, but at the same time, they actually drain the server pretty badly.
Yeah, pretty meticulous.
After 3 to 4 days, man, a lot of the power players already done everything they want to do. They're ready for the next wipe. So I'm torn. Like, I like longer wipes because less work for me to do and more days I get to actually have my life to myself. But on the other side of it, it really drains our server. And that's all servers. I mean, they're all that way. Long wipes.
Can't have you going and getting the life.
Right? It's the summertime, man. I'm a huge outdoorsy person, man. I gotta have some sunshine and outdoors. I love it. Like, my dream in life, I know I'm rambling. You go ahead and start logging into the other server so I can show you guys the skills. My dream in life is to literally have a private island and just sit out there on the beach until I die of skin cancer. That's my life. That's my dream. I'll literally just sit there and vegetate until I die.
Just
That's tropics. Dark.
Huh?
That is kind of dark.
It's dark.
Yeah. Well, I just add that part in there because that's probably what's going to get me if I'm sitting on a fucking beach, for the next 20 years.
Sit out there with your, what was it yesterday, a raspberry pie or something?
Could be the dehydration that gets you.
Yeah. Wait, he's not even in the stream today, is he? Hold on, I'm going to drink my water.
Too much sun, too much alcohol, not enough water.
Believe it or not, I don't drink. Well, alcohol, that is.
It's okay, we all make mistakes.
The problem is I just drank too much when I was younger. I don't care. Look at this dog just lounging and looking at me. What's up, bud? I'm gonna cuddle him for a second while this is loading. I'll be right back.
The new splash screens for us look pretty neat.
Yeah, they are kind of cool. At least it's something different to stare at while you wait for your 5-minute load for the first load in.
Yeah, I play Minecraft sometimes. These load times are nothing on a good modded pack, so
Yeah.
You have time to like cook breakfast on a stove with some of those Minecraft packs.
And eat half of it.
Right?
Okay, I'm in the game. Here we go. Sorry about that.
Never be sorry about playing with the pup.
Doggy needs some loving. That's my baby right there. And now he's just staring at me while I talk to him. What's up?
He's
What
like,
are you doing?
dude, you left me.
Why are you looking at me like that, man? What's up? What's going on?
He's like, why you gotta do me like that?
If you've never had a border collie, they are the most attentive dog in the world. He will literally just eye contact stare at me forever, no matter what I do. Just, hi, what's up, bud? How you doing? Hi.
I'm way too lazy for a dog like that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I get my dogs a half Chihuahua, half pug.
Okay, so. Oh, look, speaking of new stuff on Romulus, I'm not going to show them what this is, Trigger, but this is
Don't
new.
you do it.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. This is definitely new,
You better
though.
blank your screen out before you leave.
Hold on. Hold on.
No. Nice.
Okay, we're good now.
Sensitive admin work.
That's right.
That's real
sensitive admin work right there.
That's the make sure. Oh shit. How do we keep losing parts? Oh, there it goes. How do we keep losing parts on the heli tower? All right, so skills. Are you kidding me? It's not on this server. Because I'll go to test 2. I mean main. I'll go to main server and do it.
I could have sworn you loaded it on test 2. Or was that the shop updates?
I don't know, man.
Maybe in the shop updates.
We've been working on so much crap behind the scenes, I have no idea. Okay, I promise you I'm going to show you guys the skills in action. Going to main 2, that way less crowded.
Well, now you get a couple minutes to play with the pup again.
Oh yeah, he's standing there waiting too. Look, now he's got a third ball in here. See if I can do 3 of them at once. Hold on, let me find another one. Where's your other ball? Go get your other one. Where's your other ball? Where's your green? Go find your other ball. Where's your other ball? Not that one. No. Where's the other one? Just gotta go to the toy bin. I don't know where it is either, actually. Hold on. I really don't know what he did with it. How'd you lose your green ball, bud? Where'd it go? Here, you gonna do these 2? Okay. Okay, yep, do the border collie little crouch. Alright, here we go. You ready? Okay, I'm loaded in. Fuck Russ, I'll have to just make a Bailey stream now. Alright.
I'd watch it.
I really would too. He's more interesting to me than games.
Because he get more followers.
Right. He's so cute. You ever see that border collie crouch? Watch. When they want you to play, come over here. Come over here so they can see you. Okay. Drop it. Well, now he's gonna lay down though. He wants me to play. They do that little prowl thing where they like crouch down low and they prowl. He's so cute. You want to bounce it on your head? I know these people want to see these skills. Here, you ready? Real quick. Hold on. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Stay. It's gonna roll. Get it. Good boy. Alright. Okay, skills. Did I do the command wrong? Wait, maybe I'm not an admin with that plugin. That's why. I'm not an admin. Well, at least we know players can't randomly give themselves skill points now.
Yeah, we've been working to overthrow you. I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
Right. It's all been the big grand scheme. Okay, so let's
Was not
see.
a break. I was planning.
What skills should I show? Obviously, nobody really gives a shit about all the Z level type skills. This one's kind of cool. Let me max that one out real quick. Alright, so that gives me a 30% chance to spawn a new node. By the way, anybody on main 2, sorry that I'm taking some of your nodes right now. It's almost force wipe anyway. You'll be okay.
You should only have to hit 3 nodes max to get it.
Yeah, where the hell is the jackhammer? I can't see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we still have people watching too. Okay, cool. Make sure I wasn't wasting my time here. I'm gonna cheat hardcore. So as you guys just saw, a new node popped up. It even said it in chat down there. A new node spawned. That's with the jackhammer too, which actually doesn't get the full 30%. Remember what I told you guys? It actually has the nerf because it's a power tool. Whose backpack is that? Oh, my note.
Backpack there.
I'm just making sure it's not a player that died. Oh, that's a that's a zombie, and it's my wife's name. That's hilarious. Okay, so that's that one perk.
Yeah, we'll say with that perk, when you're doing it with the jackhammer, you're running at it as you move closer, like the node gets smaller. Sometimes you'll spawn, or it'll spawn around you. You just take a step back, and that's good.
Yeah. Alright, so this next one's called Instant. I'm gonna slow it down and use the salvaged, because I get a less chance of the proc. So let me use the salvage here. Again, like I showed you guys earlier, the power tools are still far superior. But when you're purposely trying to make something happen, let's do this. So this has a chance to instantly finish the node per swing. And yes, when it does finish it, it gives you full credit for the node, like resources and stuff. Of course, it's not going to proc at all while I'm trying to show it.
It procced on the first one.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Third hit or
Sorry.
something.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Moving on to the next one. These middle ones right here are like the Z levels. There's 3 different tiers of them. The higher the tier ones give you more bonus, but you have to unlock a certain amount of skill points in the first tier before you can go on to the next one. As you can see, all 3 of my tiers are open now because it only takes 10 to open tier 2 and it takes 15 to open tier 3. And no, they don't have to be in that order. Like you could put all 25 of them in tier 1 if you wanted to. It doesn't matter where they are as long as you spend that many on that tree. So let's do this one. This is the receive a random item when you mine a node. That's when you complete a node, so I'll use the jackhammer for that one. Well, I don't know though, because the end proc is actually where the jackhammers are weaker, because we'll see. Oh, instantly mined it too. Oh, I leveled. Oh, instant mine that one. It's hilarious. Honestly, the funniest one is the damn where they spawn in your face. figured I'll let main 2 know that they can watch this if they wanted to. Oh, there's another instant mine. The item one, they're just like basic items, so I mean, you have a chance to get like charcoal and shit like that too, but you know, just basic items. Nothing. You're not gonna get like a fucking test gen or nothing out of there. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look, yeah. See, I found 827 stones hiding in the node, so it actually just gave me extra stone on that one. But I mean, you can get other stuff too. You know, it's not just resources you can get. So that one's cool. Move on to the next skill. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, it gives you a chance to refine the ore as you get it. And that's the durability loss on your mining tool right there. So this one right here is the last one on this tree I'll show you, because the other ones are just basic stuff. This one gives you a 25% chance to auto smelt the shit basically as you're mining. Let me find stuff that actually can be smelted. As you can see, some of it's already smelted right there. How epic is that crap? That's why when people are like, but my tool might decay a little bit now. Like, yeah, but look at all the other stuff you're getting.
Honestly, I'm actually kind of excited about that because, like, what do you get from shredding 800 pickaxes, you know?
Right, yeah.
Now you
Also,
can
yeah,
actually use them.
people have so many damn tools anyway. It's like, you know, how are you even going to notice? Like, it's probably a bonus that they're going to wear out. Yeah, so, and again, I'm using a jackhammer, you know, because of the speed, but that's actually a reduced chance of it happening because of the penalty for jackhammers. So that's pretty cool. Yes, main 1 and main 2, the guy in my stream, they're both the same map. I was on test servers earlier, and now I'm on a real server. That's all. All right, moving over to the other tree. I can pretty much skip the woodcutting one because it's a lot of the same stuff. It's just, you know, for wood, obviously. You know, a chance to instantly chop a tree. This, instead of smelting it, you get charcoal, that's really cool. I'm sure I can't get it right now, but
yeah, I've used that one. That's really nice.
Yeah, the charcoal one, I can see our raiders definitely going for that one. And again, you know, once I get enough points, that unlocks tier 3. I can buff this one up. And another really cool feature is the way it shows you all these buffs on the side here, so you can always see what all is going on. So yeah, I got 30% chance on cutting trees to get fucking charcoal. Let's try that with a big ass chainsaw. Where is that at? And you can see it scrolling by over there on the right. Hey, maybe this will reduce all the people that put down 75 small furnaces and campfires.
Nah.
I know. It's wishful thinking.
Look, it's their metal and they need it now.
To the person that asked in my stream, this is all going live on our servers on the Force Wipe. I'm just kind of demoing it right now for you guys. I mean, it's live for our testers right now, but it's... Speaking of which, another reason we did this live test like this was a whole month of our testers playing with this plugin, and we could monitor server performance too, and it did not. Obviously, it'll hit it a little harder with everybody using the plugin, but it didn't hit it very hard at all. So as you see, I got some charcoal there just from cutting trees. That's pretty cool. Moving on. This one just, you know, a random item, just like... Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. This one's a random item, just like with the mining node. This one also is still... Sorry, I clicked the wrong one there. This one's also the durability thing on your tools. Instantly chop down the tree. So, you know, basically the same type stuff as the nodes. Next one is the skinning tree. Some of this stuff I don't need to showcase. It's not that important, but this one's kind of cool. The track animal. Only need 1 skill point for that one. Type /track in chat. You see old animal tracks leading to the northwest, and you just go northwest. I can cheat and turn on my radar. And look, there's an animal to my northwest right there. So you can track animals and tell you where they're at. And it always just shows you the closest one. I know that one seemed kind of far, but that's just because that was the closest one. Like if there was an animal next to me, it would have pointed me that direction instead. So it always shows you the closest animal. Really cool. think that's
That'll
what I
be
like
nice
best
if
about
Dust
this.
Never puts taming in.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really useful then. I think that's my favorite thing about this is you can really spec yourself out to be like a character. You know what I'm saying? You could be a hunter or a miner or whatever. You can do cool stuff. That's your skinning yield, just like Z level. Durability loss on skinning tools. Again. 2%, or this is a chance to instantly skin the entire animal and get all the stuff from it, just like with mining node. Durability loss on tools. Skinning yield. This one's pretty cool. This receive your meat cooked when you skin. So think of it just like the auto smelt. This one auto cooks the meat as you skin. This is damage done to animals. You can actually increase it all the way up to 50%, so you can do a shit ton of damage to animals if you're one of them people who likes to farm animals. And then your skinning yield again. Moving over to harvesting. This is wild collectibles, which would be like, is it like a Z level, for picking up stuff off the ground, berries, hemp, little ore node thing, I'm talking about all the collectible shit. This one is for your grown plants, like in your farm. You actually, a huge yield on that one. You get up to 150% bonus on your grown plants. Hopefully that'll reduce the farm sizes. I know, it won't.
Not likely.
Yeah. This is again more wild collectible ones. So those two are basically like Z levels, except one's for stuff you pick off the ground. The other one is for stuff you grow. Yeah, Rocket Rebel. This is absolutely why I did this. This one right here, you get extra fish when you're fishing. As you can see by the math, that gives you up to a 75% chance. That's pretty much a guarantee when you're fishing if you have that maxed out. This is harvesting for grown plants again. Oh, and this one's really cool. So I know a lot of these are like, well, I don't grow that many plants. I don't really care about that skill tree. That's why I put this really cool thing in here. So, as you guys know, here's my backpack right there. You can see. Let me turn off my radar. So there's my backpack right there. I got some C4 and an LR in it. I don't know if I ever showed players this. They're going to shit when they see this. Let me level these up so I can get down to tier 3. Extra pockets. So for every single one of these, as you can see over here, it says +2 slots. If I max this all the way. Yes, you are reading that correctly. Watch this. So there's my backpack with the C4 and stuff in it, right? And yes, you can bind this to a key. Oh, look. Another backpack. Regular backpack. Extra backpack. And no, it does not drop on death except in PvP. Pretty swank. Probably one of my favorite skills. I wish I had that on Terminus. Jesus.
Oh, no kidding.
Awesome.
That would have made a huge difference.
God.
The funny thing, I've seen some servers where their backpack slots are tied to rank, and I hate the idea of that, but even still with our full backpack, it's always like, man, that's not enough, but
yeah,
having second backpack, I like second backpack.
Well, man, I need to put that shit behind a paywall. Okay, so now we're on medical tree. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory, so I don't have to demo them for you, but I'll still tell you what they are. Fire reduction, I think that was the math on that. 60% total if you max it out. That's pretty good. Fire reduction, help for fighting a heli, I would assume. I think the heli does fire damage, doesn't it? Radiation damage reduction, same thing, up to 60%. This skill will heal a downed player when revived for 5% of their health. Up to 75. So if you have that maxed and you get downed and your friend picks you up, you'll get picked back up with 75% of your health back. That's pretty cool. This is really cool. This is basically what you would know as passive regeneration. You literally regenerate hit points passively forever, constantly, if you pick that skill. The next one is Bandage Expert. Double the amount you heal with bandages, and does exactly what it says. This reduces fall damage by 2% per level, up to 30%. And what's cool is, this one also reduces fall damage by 2.5% per level for up to 20 levels. So that's 50% there. That's 30% there. So if you max both of those, that's an 80% fall damage reduction. Basically, you can jump off of any fucking monument and be fine. This one prevents you from taking any damage in cold. And I mean for real. I'll show you real quick. Those fall
you're
damage
gonna
ones are
get
so
naked.
epic. Like if you're somebody that sucks at the dome, these fall damage ones are fucking amazing. Like you're basically just immune to falling. So let me turn off God mode so you know I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass here with the cold. Notice I'm not cold. Well, there, it pops up, but it goes away. So notice I'm not taking any cold damage. Ta-da! Immune to cold. Again, yeah, it'll pop up every now and then, but it goes away. I'm not taking any damage. So, that's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool for people who like want to live on icebergs and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. Or some of the roleplay people that, you know, they just want to build their house on the hill and have everything look cool and they don't care about some of the other skills. Is that the last one? Oh, this one is, oh yeah, this is just a 3% chance of not being downed when you take non-headshot lethal damage. So let me explain that because that's kind of confusing sounding, but we had to word it that way so people understood. So in Rust, if you take a headshot, you just die. You don't go down. So I put the words non-lethal or non-headshot lethal damage in there for that reason, so that you know. I don't want people like, hey, that shit's not working. If you take a headshot, you're just gonna drop dead. You know, if the headshot would have killed you, it will kill you. But what that skill does basically is, if the damage you just took would have killed you, it has that % chance of just not killing you. So basically, let's see what I forgot what it maxes out to. So 3% times 15, that's 45. So almost 50% chance of just not dying when something should have killed you. So if you're taking some shots from a scientist and you're at like 3 health and he pops you with another bullet and it should have killed you, it just doesn't fucking kill you. So it's like invincibility. Again, you know, it's only a % chance. So, you know, if you keep taking shots, you will die. But hey, at least you get a couple extra hits before you do die.
You may want to turn off your chainsaw before you trigger too many players.
Yeah, sorry.
Constant zombie horde.
Yeah, I forgot about the fear of chainsaws.
Flying around with a chainsaw running.
Yeah, zombie hordes ignore me, so I don't ever have to really deal with that. Combat tree. This one's really cool. Again, I'm not gonna have to show a lot of these because they're just stats, but this reduces melee damage up to 45% if you max it. Reduces animal damage by up to 60% if you max it. This skill gives you a 1% chance per level of not using a bullet when you fire it. I will show that one, because that skill is awesome. During testing, I put it at, I changed the config and put it at 100% chance. And I just sat there spraying an M2 in the air forever. Never lost a single bullet. Pretty OP. But even with a 20% chance, I mean, think about that. That means 20% of your ammo basically is, you know, can be refunded to you.
I'll take a 1 in 5 any day.
Yeah. And you guys got to remember too, you know, percentage doesn't mean it's always going to be, you know, exactly. It's just, that's the percentage chance of it happening. I foresee some player like, I shot 100 rounds and I should have only lost 80, but the math doesn't add, you know, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed every single time. It's just a % chance. It rolls the dice every bullet. But still. Alright, let's see how many rounds I got here. Well, you know what? Just dump my ammo. Oh wait, you know what? Forgot I'm not on a test server. I'm on a real server. Somebody would have just got 10k ammo. Okay, so firing this up in the air. I have 100 bullets. You guys see at the end there how the number kept going back up like that? Like that was way more than 100 bullets. I don't know if you were watching my ammo on the actual gun, but you can see the ammo, the number kind of glitches and goes back up again. That was me getting my bullets back. It doesn't like give you feedback in chat or anything like that, but yeah, it definitely was giving me bullets back. That skill is really cool. I like that one a lot. Moving back to the combat tree. Damage done from scientists reduction up to 30% if you max it. Damage done to scientists up to 50% if you max it, which is really cool. And yes, that does work on thank you, Loud Panda. I know I'm supposed to say that in Twitch. I'm not really sure what that does, but thank you. Anyway, so if you think about that, 50% damage increase to scientists, that counts for, you know, custom NPCs and all that shit. So that's really cool. The amount of damage you do in PvP, up to 20% extra damage in PvP. 1% chance per level of critically damaging a player in PvP. So you can get up to a 10% crit rate on other players. And then to balance that out, there's also a skill, reduce the damage in PvP by 2% up to 30. So you can also reduce your damage too. So that way you can't cry out, that's not fair, they can do more damage to me, because you can also reduce that damage with the skill yourself. So that's that. Oh, okay, that's what following. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Gummy Bears. Okay, Gummy Bears is going to be my new Twitch instructor. Okay, so the next tree is Researcher. This will kind of show you what I meant by not wanting people to be able to just respec all willy-nilly, because they could abuse this. So like this right here gives you a 3% chance, up to 30% chance of getting your scrap back when you research something. So that's pretty epic, especially, you know, for the early wipes. This one increases your crafting speed, hence the, you know, instant crafting we changed on some of the top tier items. This one makes primitive weapons not lose durability, hence primitive weapons taking durability hits. Another crafting speed. The crafting speed ones total up to 100% if you get them. 2% chance receive your building materials back when you upgrade your base. That goes up to 30%. So imagine that, you're upgrading your base to armored to high qual, and you got a 30% chance of getting your shit back for every single piece that you upgrade. That's pretty epic. Honestly, that probably should have been a tier 3 skill maybe, but whatever. 2% chance up to 30% max of receiving your components back when you craft something. Again, pretty epic. I will let you guys know that does not include explosives and gunpowder, so put your boners back down. It does not include those two things.
Come on, Eliana. Put your boner back down.
Put the boner down, Eliana.
I can't stop.
I can hear Briscoe screaming.
After 4 hours, be sure to consult a doctor.
Consult a doctor. I can't, it's already going. This one right here, 3% chance to smelt ore when a log is burned. So what that's kind of weird how it's worded. What that means is you have, it can max out to 60%. Basically when your furnace ticks, I'm sure you guys all know what that means, when every tick, it has a up to 60% chance of smelting an extra whatever when it ticks. So think of it like quick smelt. 30% chance to double your smelting speed basically, because it does it twice. And this last one is the rest of the crafting speed increases. Moving on to the next tree. Scavenging. These ones are all pretty kind of similar, just different things. So I'll just speed through them real quick. Up to a 20% chance of finding extra components in barrels. Up to a 50% chance of finding extra scrap in barrels. And up to a 20% chance of finding electronics in barrels. And you know, some of those sound kind of lame, but think about the recycling there. Electronics, that's a lot of metal frags, a lot of high qual, a lot of tech trash. The components, you know, that's a lot of shit you need, you know, pipes, gears, springs, stuff like that. That shit literally just falls out of the barrels when you break them if you have these skills extra. The next row is all crates, the same exact stuff but with crates, components, electronics, and scrap. And then the final section, this one's really cool. This goes up to 100% chance of adding the loot straight into your inventory when you break a barrel. So you could literally ride down the road on horseback and shoot barrels and the shit goes right into your inventory. That's really epic. It does have a range limit on it. Obviously that would be really broken if you could just sit in a sniper tower and shoot barrels all day. So there is a range limit, but you know, we made sure the range was enough that you could just ride down the road and do this. Yeah, amazing skill. This one right here allows you to smash a barrel in one hit with any weapon. Just takes 1 skill point. So anything, a fucking snowball, you could break a barrel with 1 hit. Imagine that with a snowball gun too. That'd be pretty cool. This one increases your recycling speed, so your recyclers will tick a lot faster as you max that skill out. Moving on to vehicles. This skill will allow you to toggle on turbo on your boat. This can go all the way up to 75% speed increase on a boat. It's pretty fast. I know our testers were having a blast talking about it's like warp drive. This one, same thing, but a horse. You can increase the speed of your horse. This one reduces fuel consumption in boats by up to 50% total. What the fuck was that?
I think a heli just landed in front of you.
Oh, I'm invisible though. Like, how, is that a player? No, that's
They were down the hill.
It is a player. Okay, that's funny as hell. I was invisible. I'm like, what are you shooting at, bro?
Yeah.
You shooting at me, bro? Huh? What's up, man? Huh?
How
Getting stream
do you
sniped.
see me?
I'm getting stream sniped.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. Oh, is that you? Is that you, Beto? Is that for real you? You just talking shit? It is him. Look at that shit. You shooting me, bro? Huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, I ain't got no damn ammo.
You threw it all.
Hey,
Here.
while we have a quick pause, I just want to speak to a comment that was made earlier. When it comes to vanilla monuments, they work vanilla even though it's custom. So as far as like the loot spawning on Dome, it's possible people are just running it and you're not catching it. I would be really, really surprised unless that was a face punch specific setting about the loot respawning. I would be really surprised if it just wasn't respawning. I know that a lot of times, like when we get new players, they just go and run Dome and then they just log out because they find the rest of our content too much challenge to read. And they just want to show off their cool jumping skills that they learned. So Dome's pretty heavily looted in my experience from running as an admin on the server. So just want to call out that the loot should be spawning there.
Yeah, we have absolutely no control over vanilla monuments at all. I mean, like anytime you see them customized, it's just because we're basically decorating them by putting stuff on them. But we have no control over their core functionality. Like I can even move them. Like I can move the whole thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like the other day we needed to fix one of the train tunnel entrances at launch site, and one of our staff was like, "Hey, just can you move the tunnel entrance down a little bit?" I'm like, "No, it's part of the monument. Like vanilla monuments are one giant piece. I can't do anything to them." Okay. Where was I? Vehicles. So yeah, you can turn oh, I'm sorry. Reduce your fuel consumption in boats. That goes up to 50%. This one reduce your fuel consumption in helicopter by up to 30%, which is really cool. This one increases the speed of your horse even more. By the way, if you get these horse ones, your horse is literally like a fucking rocket. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
During the testing, we flew a minicopter above a person that had the horse tree completely maxed out, and the horse is faster.
Yeah, it's insane. I think the total, let's see, 20%, 30%, and then another 100%. So 150% bonus to horse speed. It's nasty.
That's not including the high qual horse shoes too.
Yeah, that's not including any mods or anything. Yeah, so real nasty. This one reduces the fuel consumption in helicopter. I already said that. Yeah, you just get it more than once. So you can actually do 30% here and 60% there. So 90% fuel reduction in helicopters. So for you flyers out there, that is epic. And for you flyers out there, you're really going to like this last skill. This skill will allow you to instantly repair vehicles at no cost. 1 skill point, free repair of any vehicle instantly. No, helicopter bonuses do not apply to hot air balloons.
Jeez, can you imagine?
That'd be funny as hell. Okay, last one here is cooking. This skill will increase the amount of calories and hydration received by food. So basically, like if a mushroom gives you 2 food, and you have this maxed, it can go all the way up to 100%. If you have this maxed, it'll give you 4 food, which would be 100% bonus. So that's all it does, is it gives you more food for what you eat. This one right here increases your calories and hydration, which is really cool. Let me show you what that means. And I'm doing it all the way to 25 just in case I want to show you something on the next tree. So this one maxed. I don't know how it takes effect. Did I do the right one? Maybe I have to eat something first. I did test this one in testing, so I know it works. But the problem is I had it as a regular skill and I had other things too, and I wasn't really watching it. I like to see when it kicks in. Oh, I wonder if it's because I'm in God mode too.
Yeah,
God mode refills our food. It could also be because I'm in God mode. Well, you notice right now my food's going above. Let me just get myself a bunch of berries real quick. What gives you the most food? Pumpkins or bear meat?
Pumpkin's good.
Dude, okay. So you guys watching my food and my water down. Why does it keep going back down again though? I'm gonna have to look on that. I know that was working in testing because at one point I had my food and water up to like 2,000 something. So I know they work. I wonder if I screwed something up because I was in God mode. Oh yeah, I can suicide real quick. Let me try that. Main 2 right now is like, wait, what?
How did he die?
He's dead. The server is ours. He's dead.
People are probably like, he's dead. Find his body. Get his skull.
Yeah, get all that fucking loot I had on me. Shit. You see all that loot?
I think people want your skull first.
I can already tell you it's working right now because I started with 102 food after dying, which is pretty high already. So let me see here. Yeah, I mean, look, it went up to... Oh wait, 500 is buffed, isn't it? Yeah, it's not normally 500, is it? So
I
confused.
think it is, isn't it?
Extra food and water. Well, it's only at 100% right now. I forgot during testing, I had jacked that thing way up high to make sure it was actually working. Let me see. Yeah, so it's only 100% bonus. So 500, is that normal?
500 is normal.
I wonder if it's just not displaying. I wonder if it's the display thing. Because, like, if you notice, when I eat it, it shows 600, but then it ticks back down to 500. So I think I'm at 600 like it should be. I don't know. I have to look at that. I'll have to look at that tonight with Nivix. I absolutely, for no doubt, know that worked because I did test that. But we'll take a look at that one again. Luckily, that's not like a super critical, you know, everybody's going to be grabbing type skill, so it's okay if it needs a little work first. This one makes you immune to food poisoning. Just takes 1 skill point. You can see right here it says enabled. So you can sit there and you can be like Maz and shove as many pickles in your mouth as you want, and you're good.
He's not even here to enjoy that.
I know. Hopefully he'll watch the stream later. Let's see, the skill will probably... Oh yeah, so this is basically just like some of the other stuff. You have a % chance of getting your food back when you eat it. If you max that out, it goes up to 75%. Right there, you see it didn't go down that time, and it says you managed to ration the pumpkin you just consumed, so it gave me 1 back. 75% chance is not bad actually for, you know, especially if you got some of them good things like them berries and shit. That's actually pretty damn good. I think that's the last perk, isn't it? Yeah, it's the last one of that. We do have plans to add new skills in the future. Like, this is not just a final thing. We do have plans for that. What was I going to do? Oh. And this is going to be really expensive because I gave myself a shit ton of skill points. But here's the respect. You say, yeah. Poof. Gave me all my skill points back. Notice my level is still the same. My available skill points. The 3 I had before and then the 500 I gave myself. So that's how respec works. And if you do it through the store with the free thing, it'll do the same thing. You'll see a message. I think the message says like your skill points were refunded to you or something like that. Oh, also, if you notice right there, your items were removed from your pouch and returned to you. Notice the stone right here, that was in my pouch. So that's another cool thing. If you respec and you forget that you had shit in your pouch, you don't actually lose it. So that's actually a really cool
Unless you're full inventory, then it spits it out.
Yeah, it'll probably just plop on the ground at that point. I don't know. I didn't really test having a full inventory. So there you guys go. That's the skills. Anybody still in the stream got a question? There's not many people left, but if anybody has any question about anything or want me to show you something else on the skills, I'm still here. I got about 7 minutes left until I told myself I'd have to be done with this.
I'm excited to play it and not have to log.
Oh, me too, dude. I literally want to just play a wipe now with this. It's so cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited.
don't have to like data entry every hour.
Yeah. No, the turbo does not consume more fuel, as far as I know. It just makes you go
No, it
fast as
doesn't.
shit. Yeah, it just literally just increases the speed of that vehicle. I guess I could show the turbo real quick. I've never even tried it. Let me do the boat one.
It's fun.
I want to do the horse one.
the horse one for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna ride around this horse, and other players are like, "The fuck?"
Was that Grease Lightning?
Right.
Are you on main 1 or 2?
I'm on 2. Oh, I gotta do the admin invisible horse thing. There's a turbo horse that just went by.
Turbo horse.
Admins, there's a turbo horse running by me. And the command is
Sure you
turbo.
run the server during Halloween.
Yeah, what's the command? /turbo, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, what's the shit you put on a horse to make it even faster?
The
High-qual
horseshoes. High-qual horseshoes.
They under a tire, I guess.
Wait, you don't have to do /turbo for the horse.
Oh, it just goes.
It just goes.
Oh, nice. So high quality horseshoes, is that the only thing that makes it faster?
Yes.
Make sure you throw him some pumpkins, get that energy up.
Okay.
Yeah, energy all the way up, so you have all the way up endurance, and then.
You know, we didn't even have rideable horses when last time I really got to play Rust.
Back in my days.
When I was born. Get off my lawn. Is that enough pumpkins? Is he good?
If you get on him, I'll show you.
Fucking this horse eating like a horse. I guess he's done. Where the hell do I put the horseshoe? Does it go back here?
Click on him and hit
So
examine.
you have to hold E on him. Oh yeah, so that's it.
Gotcha. I was gonna stick it in his butt.
Oh, dude.
Okay. Jesus. Are you shitting me? I can't slow it.
Faster than a mini.
It's like Back to the Future.
Holy shit, dude. That is fast. Yeah, look at the stamina. Stamina's not even dropping.
That is alright.
That is awesome.
That is so overpowered. Hold on, I gotta shoot. Oh, I'm gonna do the barrel thing too.
Oh, Wolf's like, what the hell was that?
Right. Forgot where the hell's the barrel thing. Is it scavenging? Yeah. Now I want the one where they go. Yeah, I want the one where they go into my inventory.
That's that bottom left thing.
Yeah, I gotta find some players. Anybody that's still watching, I'm just gonna fuck around right now. This is boring. I'm sorry. These skills are really cool. I'm gonna fuck around right now.
I never fucked with these. These are kind of cool. I like these.
Yeah. Is that the only one that? Okay, so yeah, that's the one that picks up the stuff. Well, hell, I might as well get that one too. All right. If I don't even be able to hit barrels with this damn horse. It goes so fast. Look, bearskin rug went in my inventory. And scrap. The only downside of that is you get a bunch of shit you don't want, but whatever.
Yeah, but if you get the pouch, the backpack, you're good.
Yep. I gotta turn my radar on so I can find players. Watch. Boom, look at that. Oh, and there's the extra components too from that other perk. Shit, I'm gonna, oops, wrong button. Told you guys I always end up shitting vehicles.
Oh. We just saw the scrap belly show up.
Yep. I'm gonna get them other ones that give me more components and electronics and shit, so you can really see all this in action.
Just don't poop out a bra.
Oh, I already got all 3 of them. Okay, I'm good. I didn't realize I grabbed all 3 of them. Yeah, at least I didn't poop a Bradley that time. Turn the radar on, find some players to really freak out. I'm on the edge of the map. Hold on, let me go to a different location.
He just tried to eat off on you.
He was he's like, I'm out.
Alright, where all the players at? I should have done this on main 1.
Oh, by the way, you were technically on the slowest speed horse.
Oh, am I really? This is the slow horse?
Yeah, that wasn't
That's
a
the
purebred.
slowest speed horse.
Jesus
It's the
Christ.
Dapple Gray.
You know what? I'm going so fast that my admin radar can't even register the players because you know how it has like a delay?
That is awesome.
This is insane.
Even manual speed up on client side.
Where the hell are all the players at? Well, is that my horse pumpkins from earlier? Or somebody like stream sniping me, leaving pumpkins in front of me?
You're going too fast for them to stream snipe you at this point.
Yeah. Dude, my horse looks like he's having a seizure. Dude, somebody with good aim can really get some loot like this.
Oh, there's a couple players.
Yeah, get over yourself, Wolf. You're not catching me. Dude, even off the... I can't steer this thing.
Just see this from my angle.
Dude, I couldn't even render the graphics in quick enough. Like, this mountain just appeared.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, it did.
Oh, Tons
See
is
the
trying to
dust trail
find me.
beside, behind you. That was fun. That was good.
Hey, Tons, you want to race, bro? I'm trying to get to these players I just saw over here, but...
You're in a custom build.
Oh, there's Nymeria. Oh, they're inside of a custom build. Oh, is my horse out of stamina or something? Oh, no, there he goes.
Yes.
Oh, I can throw him some pumpkins, right?
Yep. Also do spawn.
Cobra said I'll race you in a mini.
Let's do it. Eat, you glutton.
I'm gonna take off. Thank you so much for the shout out earlier, and I hope
Absolutely.
everyone has a good evening.
Hey, and I mean every bit of it. It was great. It was great to hear from you, and thank you for everything you do.
I hope you'll be around more.
Yep.
See you guys soon.
Later, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good thing we didn't have this a few months ago before they fixed that glitch where you hit a rock and it ejects you and kills you.
Oh, I forgot I'm invisible right now, so they're just looking at this horse like, what the hell? Oh wait, no, that's
Yeah.
part of my stream. Never mind. Okay.
You guys need to go to like airfield
Here,
or something.
I'll let you get a head start. I'll let you get a head start. Go ahead.
Follow the road.
Peace out.
Oh my god.
Horses really can't go through tunnels?
No.
That's so dumb. Hey, you guys, anybody watching, by the way, there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way the terrain triggers work. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. Hey, free loot.
That's nuts.
Notice it didn't pick up. You can better.
Scientist was like, what the fuck was that?
I don't think the scientist could render aggro fast enough.
Remind me to turn off the meeting announcement.
I think Eliana put it, or somebody put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. I haven't even checked Discord in like hours. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. Like, honestly, if this perk alone right here doesn't make people not whine about the whole instant craft, whatever. Like, yeah, it may take you 10 seconds now to craft an item, but it takes you like 10 seconds to traverse the entire map too.
It's just like, who needs warp points? You can just pick up a horse.
Right. Yeah, can I nerf set home now? Since every player can, at every rank, can spawn their own horse. Dude, this is the slowest one. I couldn't even imagine what the fastest was like.
The only thing I would say to that is it does take time to get
You're real quiet. I couldn't hear you.
It does take quite a bit to get those skills fast.
Oh yeah, of course. It's definitely gonna take skill points, but I mean, not as bad as it would be for like, you know, the node ones and stuff. Like, let me see the total cost. So, just for the horse thing, you could do it with 10. You could do it with 40 skill points. So, 40 skill points. I'm gonna do some math.
About a quarter of what we expect to be the maximum.
40 skill points is 430,000 experience. divided by, so that's 11 hours. In 11 hours playtime, you can max out the horse skills. I'd say that's pretty reasonable.
Alright, gents, it is 10 o'clock my time. I have to head off. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna be wrapping this up here. Let me get my horse stuff out of here.
Don't forget to post the meeting.
Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, by the way. Anybody that's left.
16 on Discord and 33 on the stream.
Yeah, well, we had like damn 90 earlier. But I know I ramble and just start getting off into stupid shit that doesn't really matter. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed testing them skills. That was pretty fun. Cool. All right. I'm going to close the stream down. Admins, if anybody's left after this, I'll meet you guys in the staff thing. But I'm going to close the stream down. Thanks everybody for coming to the meeting tonight. Thanks for enjoying Bailey. Shut that down because the wife just got home. She's probably walking here butt naked. See y'all.